Pepsi Zero Sugar Mango. Because why not? Dry. You know what I saw today? I saw the Purge TV show. I didn't know there was one. And I watched one today. Well, I watched the second one. It's for actually 2 seasons of it this whole week. It was actually pretty good. It was actually very good, in fact. I really enjoyed it. And me and the missus were going to watch something else. And then she said, well, let me make a few calls. And a few calls means 30. And she's talking to everyone. So, hello, Alex. You just got off work. Awesome. Day's going all right. We're supposed to watch a movie tonight. And that's not going to happen. She's on call number 3. I'm serious. She's got to call like 20 people. She's directing a new show at the theater, and she has to contact everyone. It's like 20 people. She's not going to do it at this rate. She likes to chit-chat or chat with people. Crazy. Crazy stuff. But anyway, I didn't know about the Purge TV show that came out a few years ago. It's actually pretty decent. The first season was meh. Second season, much better. Much better. Well, yeah, I like the Purge movies. They're one and done for me, but they're good. Oh wow, that's awesome, Rob. But I didn't know there was a Purge TV show. Never knew about that. Weezer, all the way. That's an easy one. Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. The Forever Purge is out. Yeah, I saw the new Saw Spiral. It was all right. And let's see. What else did I see? Yeah, just Spiral. But the Purge show I'd never seen before. Like I said, first season's okay. Kind of drags a little bit, but it moves along, and the second season really good. Really has nothing to do with the first season. New cast, new story, and then it ended. And I mean, it gives you an ending, but is it the best ending? Obviously, they were thinking about this was the storyline they wanted to do. It's interesting. It takes place, no spoilers here, but the first episode takes place at the last few hours of the Purge. And then after that, most of the season is what happens after the Purge, which is really interesting. It made for a really interesting story. Really interesting. I absolutely was enticed by it. And I won't spoil it, but there are 2 voice appearances that you may not understand if you don't watch the Purge movies, but they actually showed the actors that are the voices. And one big surprise at the end, which caught me off guard. I'm glad I stay away from spoilers, and not that people are spoiling the Purge TV show that came out in 2019, but it has a pretty nice surprise for Purge fans at the very beginning of the last episode, which was really fun, really fun. So it's definitely worth it. Let's see. Here we go. That's awesome. That's awesome. Very happy to see that. You know what? I want to watch Long Halloween, but I'm going to wait till both parts come up because that looks good. Oh, wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Intel's the Jedi. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. No, my wife does not. She loved the first Space Jam, but she does not want to see this one at all. I hear it's bad. But I want to watch the Forever Purge, but we'll probably have to wait till it comes out on video because we have to wait for everything to come out in video or streaming or whatnot. So it's not on streaming. That's kind of weird. I mean, good for them to make a movie exclusive in theaters, but not most, a lot of movies are coming out streaming and in theaters at the same time. Oh, I absolutely love it. Did you read Redemption? It's fantastic. It's fantastic. The whole series is fantastic. I mean, you can. Someone said, "Well, Matt, you got to count Golden Age of the Sith in there." That's fine. That was a good one too. Um, but that original Nomi Sunrider, Ulick Keldroma, XR Kun storyline is just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. I absolutely love it. So yeah. Oh, it's 3 weeks. So it hasn't been 3 weeks yet. So yeah. I'm supposed to get 1 or 2 Kickstarters in next month, Bernardo. We'll see if they come in, but supposedly they're coming in. And I'm playing tomorrow. I'm finally playing Imperial Assault. Star Wars Imperial Assault will finally get played. I really hope my game group gets into it. It plays very similar to Descent. There are some extra rules. Oh, there he is.
Whoa.
It plays very similar to Descent. There is some extra rules. They I like them. I think.
I think it's going to be more thematic for Star Wars itself. I don't think it's one of those mechanics you can copy and paste. That's why they didn't go directly with the Descent. I hear a lot of good things. I've watched some gameplay of it. I like the minis, but if I were to ever want to actually invest in a Star Wars game, I need to be able to play Darth Vader, and that's all I want to do in my life. That's it. Just the Force. There's Luke. Let me go get him. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Well, I read. Hold on, just a moment.
They don't expand his universe at all in those books, do they? No, right? It's done, right?
So what?
They don't expand Darth Vader's universe at all, do they?
Well, no. Well, I mean, well, hold on. First off, did you not hear? I'm getting Imperial Assault finally played. I just hope that it's my first time playing it, and it plays just very similar to Descent. However, there are some extra rules. The side missions throw me off because you randomly go through the campaign book. You don't go through it straight through.
What do you mean? Oh, so like you stop at a point.
You
do a
start
side
at number
mission?
1, but you can go from what I understand, from number 9 to level 16. Those are all side missions, and you'll randomly draw a side mission every round. So I'm gonna play 1 through 8. Meanwhile, playing some of those side missions, 9 through 16, but not in order.
That's not bad.
And then you jump to 17 and then move on from there. But there's some extra, what's it called, character packs that are also side missions, which I kind of put them in order as best I could. And I don't know. I've never played it before. So it's, like I said, I just hope my game group I hope it moves quick and they can pick it up and they really enjoy it, because they really enjoyed Descent. I played Descent with them. I don't know how big Star Wars fans they are.
Is it your nephews again or no?
No. It's a gaming group.
Oh, okay.
And I did play with them with Descent. They just a few rounds. They absolutely loved it, and they wanted to play through it. But I was like, yeah, but I don't want. I've told you this. I don't want to do the same thing on game night over and over and over again. So
never that.
All right. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm excited. I just hope they'll like it.
I can go over here. Oh man, so I started to do some work on some video podcast work for Capital One, my company, and in the process of doing so, I was using the equipment I had, and I was like, man, I want everything to make my life easier. So as I was doing it for them, I was realizing things that I would rather just make my life easier with. So I went out and bought a brand new mic. Yo, this thing is nice. It's built for this podcast, this Rodecaster, which I'm all set up. I did some test runs of like what my actual podcast is gonna sound like. I'm still working on the intro. I had what I thought was gonna be good, but I don't like it, so I need to figure out what the intro is gonna be before I start. But I've already kind of recorded some regular episodes. This thing is fun, but yeah, that was just random side topic because I was sitting over here. But no, that's awesome. I want to hear about Descent or about Imperial Assault.
Oh yeah, no, I can't wait. I can't wait what we're gonna do.
What made you talk about time stories? I thought you caved for a sec. I was like, oh, he played it.
Oh no. We're finishing up that one. So yeah, we're finishing up the first season and everything. I think that's gonna be it. But I wanted you to check on that I text you about.
Tomorrow, so I'll ask them because I had them pre-order. I've been waiting to get Deranged to the UK to the US forever since that game came out. And I tried to get a review copy. The company was really nice. They said, look, we have very limited copies. We're kind of looking for individuals who are a little bit higher with at least 1,000 subs to kind of make sure that it gets out since it's still a smaller game right now. So I was like, all right, that's fine. I've asked about it at the earlier times of my channel, but it's finally able to get brought into the US, which it's this horror board game where individuals in different areas of the village can start to build up their range, which kind of makes them go crazy, which they can go against you in a sense. Almost reminds me a little bit of the Shining board game, but the theme is amazing. The artwork is phenomenal, and I've been waiting on it for a while. So,
do you know what else is amazing? This guy's mustache.
Hey.
Look at that.
Oh man!
Look, I got Mr. 2 Star Wars nerd. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. You know, I've had a really good day today, actually. You know, I can't complain. Took the kid to the zoo. He was more interested in the rocks and like the enclosures than the animals themselves, but that was all right.
How old?
10 months.
10. So, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
my girls are 2, and they love the animals. The zoo is one of their favorite places, and my wife's favorite place.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't know how he would react, but he did really well. And then we got to go to a retro game store, dude, which was like I had to resist so much to not just start buying all sorts of stuff. But I got a nice. I've never played it. I got the Clone Wars game for GameCube. I don't even know if it's any good or.
It's an old one.
Yeah.
To be honest, when it came to Star Wars video games, I rarely played them. I played. Now you were running through the games I used to play. That Super Star Wars, Super Empire, Super Return of the Jedi. Holy crow! I played through those all the time, and I couldn't tell you what my favorite one is because I love the snow skimmer scene from Empire Strikes Back when you're taking down the 4-legged walkers. I love that level a lot. Used to play that all the time. And then the Return of the Jedi, I used to, what was the one I loved on that? There was a level I loved there too that I thought was really a bunch of fun. The sand skimmer where you're jumping and getting coins. It makes no sense, but who cares?
Yeah.
So stinking fun. And then find the Emperor and fighting Vader at the end of those are really cool. I mean, even the Death Star run, actually, for Star Wars, the one you were playing there.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Dude, that game is
so... Any of these. Lego Star Wars. That's the best I got for you.
Okay. There's a lot of people who still really love the Lego Star Wars games. Like...
I liked all the Lego. The Lego Indiana Jones was really fun too.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, they have a lot of humor and they're easy to play. My nephews played those. They got all of them. Played them all the time.
Hobbies.
Folks, if you haven't checked out Chase's channel on 2 Star Wars Nerds, go ahead, check it out. Like I said, he did that gameplay earlier this week. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was actually going to play a Lego Star Wars game, and I failed getting it set up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play old school,
I
get my
loved it.
get my butt whooped Super Star Wars, and I
Oh,
did. I was
dude, that one is the hardest one out of all
yeah.
three of them. To me, it was always the hardest one to beat. But I would sit there because I'm a trilogy man. I got to play
Mm-hmm.
4, then 5, then 6.
Yep.
Then I have to beat 4 again. Super hard, but I had to beat it. After
Yep.
that, I could enjoy 5 and 6.
Yeah.
But those type
Yeah.
games I played, and the last game I played for Star Wars was on the PlayStation, Master of the Terrace Key, the fighting game.
Yeah. Yes. That's
That was
such a bizarre but fun game.
it is. It is. That was the last Star Wars game because my favorite one is on the Super Nintendo, Rogue Squadron. Absolutely
Okay.
loved Rogue Squadron. Bought Rogue Squadron 2 for GameCube. Absolutely hated it. Despised it. Despised it.
Man.
So yeah. Let me see. Here we go. Let me get through some of these chats. I'm so sorry I'm behind in them. Just found yours.
I want to see it, but I don't want to go to theaters to see it.
Well, Rob D, when you go, grab a straw because it sucks.
Did you watch it?
I thought it was horrible. My wife sat there. We sat there and we're going. My wife's going, "What's going on?" And I was like, "What's the point?" And she goes, "What's going on?" I went, "What is the point?" We just could not. The whole movie is totally
Man.
pointless.
Did you watch the Loki show? I've been hearing good things.
No,
about it.
I heard it finished though, so my wife and I
did
will
it?
watch that next. I was watching Purge, man.
I
It's
wanna
my
watch it.
right to purge.
It's an excellent plot. Honestly, I think it's and they capture the psychology of it so
Did
well.
you watch the second season? Do you watch both seasons?
I didn't watch any of it. I want to watch it. Yeah.
Oh, the first season is okay, and I was thinking, okay, well, it's a TV version of a movie. I get it. They have to slow it down, and then the second one, I just finished it, and I was like, that was really cool. And then there's a big special. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a special something at the beginning of the final episode, and it's one. I started laughing. I showed it to my wife, who's watched the Purge. My wife absolutely hates the Purge movies. I hate them.
Oh man,
I said,
why?
watch this, and I played it. And went, you get it? You see what they're doing? And she went, I don't know what's going on. I was like, oh, come on.
Why doesn't she like the Purge? She likes horror, no?
She likes what?
She likes horror, right?
She likes old school horror. She made me watch Fear Street 1994. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah! Oh, wow.
Grab 2 straws.
That's a random one to watch.
It's so dumb. I mean,
hate it.
oh gosh, I sat there the whole time thinking this is unbelievable garbage. I mean, it's like a B. It's a bad B movie. And the thing is, now we have to watch all 3 to see if it makes sense.
Same. I only watched the first one.
Trilogy,
You're
man.
right. You're right. I will say the preview for the next ones actually looked good, but so did the preview for this one. It had really it grabbed Goosebumps and like brought it to the now. Like same acting, same everything, and it's still just as entertaining.
This one,
but
and I'm going to do a podcast on it, but this one tried so hard to be a we love the 90s movie. And I mean, you saw it, right? Chase, have you seen it?
Which one are you referencing?
I'm sorry, Fear Street 1994, the Netflix.
I've heard of it, but I have not seen it.
Okay. You like 90s music?
Yeah.
Because they bought the rights to a whole radio station of 90s music, and they said, oh, wow, this is too many songs we bought. Don't worry, we'll just play one every 30 seconds.
Oh, gosh.
For no rhyme or reason, but just hope that someone will go, I remember that song. I remember that song.
I didn't even think about that. That's pretty funny.
Bernardo, it's the poor man's scream. It's the poor man's scream. It's the poor man's insert random 90s or 2000s. It steals from 2000s. Like, we have the Blair Witch, who we have to make happy to get rid of the ghost or whatnot, but in the end the old turn at the end. Wow, We've never seen that in any horror movie in the 2000s. I mean, honestly, someone watched horror movies from Scream to 2005, 2006 and went, I can write this. I can write this.
You have to
You know.
have to at least give it the benefit of the doubt and find out when those books were released. Because R.L. Stein wrote them. They could have been at the same time. Goosebumps.
Oh, she wrote them?
R.L. Stein, the guy, the Goosebumps author. That's his.
Oh,
Don't be coming at my guy like that.
okay.
He's a legend.
Never mind. Let me see what else is here.
Find out.
No, Tanner, we will watch Loki. I just heard it finished. I won't watch it till it's done. We will watch it. WandaVision, loved.
I didn't want to watch it. I refused.
And then Falcon Winter Soldier. Well, I mean, like 3. It's like it went 6 episodes, and it should have only gone 4, maybe 3. They ran out of ideas. How do you run out of ideas in 6 episodes? The last 2 are completely worthless. They're completely worthless. So I'm hoping Loki's gonna be good.
Looks good. My parents are watching. Or my dad and girl was watching it.
Come from the land down under.
What time is it there? It's got to be.
I've made me a Vegemite sandwich before. I enjoy a little Vegemite every once in a while.
I hear down under and I think of Luke. I don't know anymore.
I think, are there any Star Wars RPG source books that you wish were made? Oh, well, obviously. Oh, yeah, Rob. Bing, New Joe Order source book, a bigger one, not the ones from Wizard of the Coast. But I don't think that was good. I don't know.
RPGs.
I mean, I kind of wish West End Games would have done more with like. Oh, here you go, Rob. A Crystal Star RPG. There you go. I'm just going to leave it at that because I can't get any funnier. Oh, look at this. That'd be a good one. Wait, did you say Knight Errant? Never mind. I'm totally kidding. Favorite DC character? Wait, hold on. Let me ask this one first. Knowing what you know about Pablo, do you still recommend EU fans pick up the read? Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good book. He's not that nice of a guy, but it's a good book. That's awesome. Mine has always been Batman.
Me
Chase,
too.
favorite DC character?
Batman through and through. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's either gonna be. Oh my gosh! Yeah, it's either gonna be Mr. Freeze or I only like villains, so it's either Mr. Freeze.
Wait, Mr. Freeze. He said superhero, did he not?
He said DC character.
Character.
Never mind. Is it Mr. Freeze? Why is it Mr. Freeze?
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I grew up watching that. I did grow up watching that. That's funny. But I like just his ability as a character. Mazaz is probably my favorite overall, just because of the whole Bizarro world with Shazam. If you're not familiar, Shazam, Bizarro is kind of the alternate universe, and Shazam backwards is Mazaz, and he was a villain. That storyline, that whole timeline is just absolutely amazing. If you've never read it, highly recommend it. But I like villains, so just probably every villain in DC is just better than Marvel, because I'm not a Marvel fan.
Alex, you're gonna love it. What is up, Tony? Oh yeah, Mister. By the way, is Mrs. feeling better?
Yes, she is. She is feeling better.
I was gonna ask who the second Star Wars nerd was. It's
your
wife?
It is.
Yeah, it is my wife. I was doing a little bit of solo stuff, and I think people are wondering why is this guy called Two Star Wars Nerds? Is he split personality? What's going on here? So I'm
one sad Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, that's what I should call the solo streams.
Just
the one.
Alex is trying to suck up to you and say you and your wife are so positive. Thank you. Oh, look, he's still trying to suck up.
Oh,
Alex,
gosh.
This is my channel, please. Can we pay compliments to me, please? I'm kidding. No, they are very positive. They are very fun people. I'm very happy to have Chase on here. I told him I'd like to have him on for a stream.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So how did Mr. meet Mrs.?
Okay. So we were working at a movie theater in high school, and I was just kind of like, my brother was the manager, so it was a little bit of nepotism, me getting to work there, where my wife was like the bona fide good employee. And anyway, she was to train me, and she was like, I don't know what the word was, but she was like putting on like a character in a show, like acting like kind of frustrated with me and big and bad. And I thought she was serious, and I thought she didn't like me, but I thought she was cute. She thought I was cute. In high school, I had a bad relationship, and she like was there the whole time. And then, one thing led to another, and ended up, so I was like the one lonely Star Wars nerd. I was like a loser in high school, and she was a head cheerleader, huge Star Wars nerd. And so when I was telling all my friends, like, oh, I met this girl at work, she's a head cheerleader, all this, they were like, she's not real. Like, there's, because she went to another school. So I'm like, no, she literally goes to another school.
No, she's real. Sure, Chase. Whenever you go to sleep, you see her.
So is Santa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I made sure, our school is massive, 2,500 students. So I made sure to sneak her onto school one day and show the haters. She's real. She's holding real. This girl's hand. Yeah.
That's right.
So
my
so
girlfriend.
She cut the corner. Here's $5.
Yeah. Right. And that was 2008, 2009. So she just turned 30. I'm turning 30. So yeah, we've been together for a while now. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
90s story. I love it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's when the missus and I got married in 2008. She was also a cheerleader, not the time I met her. I was a Star Wars nerd, and she wasn't. But she said, "Oh, I feel bad for this guy."
See, the missus is the real Star Wars nerd.
Here, let me get to some of these here. Steve, what West End games would I recommend? Well, I'd recommend that you save up your pennies, because a lot of these aren't cheap. But I love the Darkstrider campaign. I've always been a fan of that. I think it's so immersive and brings out this story that I've never even thought of before. That's obviously my favorite by far. But yeah, some of the source books are really good to get. I mean, if I'm weird, but what is it called? I'm looking. Fantastic Technology, or whatever. I don't see it here. Whatever it talks about Kraken's technology, threat dossier, stuff like that. That kind of stuff just has so many interesting stuff. West End Games was amazing with their content. Let's just say their West End Games content was just absolutely stunning. Let's see. When Lego Star Wars first came out, it was at 2:30 a.m.
Nice.
Do you know, true story, Rob, Bernardo never sleeps. I'll be texting him. He's an hour ahead of me. I'll be texting him like at 1. I'm going, I hope I don't wake him up, but I got to tell him this. And then he responds back. I'm like, what are you doing up?
Well, I stay up very late on work days so I can get just outside stuff done, kind of work on translating stuff, kind of building this podcast stuff. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff.
I never played Revenge of the Sith. Chase, did you ever play Revenge of the Sith, or Bernardo?
Yeah, I played it when I was younger. That's a game I'm going to replay. I remember it was cool, like, when I was younger. But there's so much stuff where I'm like, was it nostalgia and I thought it was cool, or like, is it legit? But
I played Banjo-Kazooie, that icon though.
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is a lot of fun.
Do I ever think we'll see the 1313 video game? Probably not. At this point, probably not.
Man, there's always
you
so
like
much
the Falcon Winter Soldier more. Wow. I like Baron Zemo, and I like the story for the first 4 episodes. 5 and 6 were a waste of my time. When Baron Zemo leaves, that's when they should have ended it. And plus, out of those 4 episodes, it should have gone, they could have probably condensed it to 3. Now, I like the U.S. agent story arc, but then again, who else has a story arc? No one. So
WandaVision has such a whack plot line.
I love Wanda. I just thought it was so much fun. I
like her as an actor. She's great.
Well, see, here's the thing. They took 2 characters I care nothing about, and they made me care about them.
Really?
That's good.
No, she's a villain, yo. Stop trying to make her look like a hero. She was the bad guy the whole time because she's
Who,
selfish.
Scarlet Witch? Oh, whoa, yeah.
She's selfish. I'm not gonna give her pity.
No
And I
lie.
like villain. She's like a fake villain.
Yeah. Mark Hamill knows about him. Obviously knows about Mara Jade. He did the commercial for the first commercial for New Jedi Order. So he knows a little bit about it. I don't know if he's read it, but I know he knows a little bit about it. What do you think is the biggest missed opportunity for the EU? Not incorporating enough Lando stories. You think I'm kidding? They didn't use it. I mean, Bantam used them here and there, but then after that, Del Rey's like, we'll use them when we feel like it. But I'm not lying when I say I love Lando. And he's not like Han at all. I mean, he's a scoundrel, but he's a smooth criminal. He doesn't play fisticuffs. He uses his brain a little bit more. I don't know. I just love him, but I just felt that he just got ignored a lot of the time, became a side story. You know, seriously, every Del Rey, but I was like, where's Lando? And some of the fandom folks like, where's Lando? I'm interested to hear what Lando's doing. And that's why I like Black Fleet Crisis, because Lando's story is the best. Now, I like the whole trilogy, but Lando Calrissian, man, he and Lobot, it's great. It was great stuff, I thought.
I have a question about Lando. So I started going through, like, just literally randomly flipping through that Pablo Hidalgo encyclopedia, you know, that like 3-volume set. And there's something about Lando where he was hosting these like, almost like these like drag races in space, like these races around this like very dangerous part of the galaxy. And it just seemed like something that Resistance kind of like took and did their own version of, you know. But where is that? Do you know? Like these Lando races that he hosts?
Is that new canon?
I'm not sure, to be honest. It doesn't reference
it. Races?
Yeah, like Lando was hosting some like dangerous space races and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, wait. They may be talking about the beginning of New Jedi Order.
Okay.
I think there's like an asteroid run that's a little dangerous that people try to see who can complete the fastest without, crashing.
Yeah, okay.
If I recall, I think that's at the beginning of that one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let's see here. I got someone did not like WandaVision. That's okay. I know a lot of people didn't. I did. Remade Return of the Sith. It would be amazing. Need more Star Wars games. Okay. Top 5 movie character. No, everyone wants me to do. Yeah, everyone wants me to do characters, but I'm gonna have to break them up, and it's not gonna be. Everyone's gonna be upset when I name random characters. When I name random characters, and I'm gonna forget someone, guaranteed. I'm gonna forget someone. Everyone's going, "Oh, I thought you liked so and so." Yes, I do, but I can't think of everyone, so I'm gonna break it up into like villains, Jedi, and non-Jedi heroes. That's the best I can do, and it's in somewhat of an order, but I'm going to go through my book of characters to see if I missed anyone. But there's too many characters. Like, hey Matt, out of 2,000 characters, which ones were your top 10? Oh, come on. But I'll do it. That's the one that won out by far. Everyone asked for that, so I'll do it.
What you should do for people that don't know the EU, you should do a video that says why you should read the EU.
And I was doing that. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah, I'm doing. I have to write out that one. That's going to be scripted. But yeah,
I mean, it'd be interesting for someone who doesn't know enough and then reads or hears about one book. It's hard to sell the whole plot line, but like if you can sell it in like let's say 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I do plan on doing that. Cool. Doesn't Lannister have something to do, Vaughn? Well, not in the trilogy, but it was the Essential Guide to Droids. I don't see it.
That would be the name of the book. That's hilarious.
Hold on. It's the Essential Guide to Droids that connects the Lando trilogy to the Vong origin, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely. I think it was Daniel Wallace, I can't remember who wrote it. It's absolutely the most brilliant thing. I dropped the book. I didn't expect to read anything like that when I'm reading through the guide to droids, and then I'm reading. I'm going, wait, what? Wait, what? And I mean, it's such a great. It tells the origin of the Vong in there. You're thinking, how's the guide to droids do that? It connects it to the Lando.
That's
It's
cool.
really good. In a way, it connects it to Lando. Like, part of the people involved in their origin are included, or they're only in the Lando Calrissian trilogy, but it makes sense too. It's fantastic. Hello, Laura. She is driving home and listening. Good. Drive safely. Yeah. Spoofy Raw. Boy, and he's a great character too. Lando's Folly. All right. Uh-oh. Here we go. Hold on. I'm going to bring someone else on here. Always liked it. All right, hold on. Let me try to get caught up. Essential Guide to Comics, yeah, for real. You know, originally Pablo was supposed to bring all of them in there, and it was just going to be too much. He couldn't fit in one volume. I was like, so do 3, 4, 5 volumes of this. I still recommend The Reader's Companion. I still think it's a good book. Even though I can't recommend Pablo. You know who else, though, I can recommend? Kyle. Hey, man. Can you hear me? Yay!
Can y'all hear me?
Choppy.
You're choppy.
There we go. Is that any better?
There's a lag and no.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Yeah, I figured I'm here with my studio, but I haven't logged into my YouTube account personally in quite a long time, and so I figured I was trying to do it over the phone here. Is it still pretty choppy and laggy?
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
Interesting.
Okay. Maybe you were just out of time. And our times were, because probably time traveling.
Marcus
Were you time
timeline?
traveling again?
Time traveling again. Heard that.
You're out of sync again.
Oh.
This is fantastic.
Oh, I thought you
Damn
did
it.
that on purpose. I thought that was.
Oh, you thought he did it on purpose? Just to jock me? Hold on. I want to see something here. What shirt is this?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
What? He left.
Wow, we discovered the secret and he just
What?
leaves with it. That's crazy.
Maybe
like,
he'll
no one is
phase
supposed to
back
see the
into
shirt.
our
I know.
time.
He was
folks.
like,
I
wait,
got a
what?
great story. I don't know if anyone knows who Kyle Rollins is, but I guarantee you will. You will, Star Wars fans. You will know him.
Is he
Maybe
related
by
to
the end
JK?
of the year. Oh wait, he's coming back on. So let me see. Let me see if I can get back up here. And I'm not a fan. Wait, you're not a fan because like comic books. Well, I'll be honest. I like novels better than comic books, but there's still a lot of great comic books out there.
DC Comics.
I see that.
Actually, scratch that. Favorite comics? Tales from the Crypt. Let's go. I love me some horror.
Gosh, one and done. Well, Dash Rendar had 2 stories. Kirk Kanos had 3 comic book series.
Dash Rendar.
What was her name? Scarlet from what was the last star? Honor Among Thieves. I can't think of her. Scarlet Lark or something. Hold on. Kyle, what was her name?
I'm back. Who are we talking about?
Okay, I can hear you a little bit. You're in and out, but all right.
Darn it.
Honor Among Thieves.
Oh, better.
Scarlet. What was her last name? Lark or
Oh,
I can't remember. But someone was asking me a good one and done. Like they were only made one appearance. You're like, man, I wish we could see more of them. And she was one of them.
yeah, I haven't read that since it honestly came out.
I know. But you know what? I'll be honest. And I said this in my review. When I read Honor Among Thieves, I knew it was the last Star Wars book I'd ever read, from the EU. And usually I read through it in 2 days, easily, every Star Wars book. But this one, I read a little bit and I closed. I say, okay, that's enough. I rationed out the chapters. This is how, I mean, Chase, your wife hasn't met nerdy. Okay.
So
stare into the face of what real ugly.
She's the real nerd. She's the.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up with her.
I believe you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And here I am. Good to see me. The pony sits in my lap. You need to get on, not just come on and mock me and get off. All right. Scarlet Hark. There it is. I said Lark. It was Hark. I knew it was something like that. Samsonite. I was so off. Okay. Scarlet Hawk. Yeah. Scarlet Hawk, I thought was really awesome. And even, and I was like, man, I wish we could see more of this character. And through my tear-stained pages, I knew we would never see anything more of her, which is sad, unless you count the small short story that was in Star Wars Insider the month that the thing came out, which was a Scarlet Hawk story. But I thought she was really cool. Yeah, you love my intro video. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to do. The guy that recorded, he did the music too, and he does a lot of the music for my stuff. He's a really awesome guy. He came over. There was one time I did the whole Yub Nub jumping me, and we had a big fight and everything. And I needed scary music, or I needed some music for something. He came over with the electronic keyboard and a computer, and he plugged it in. And Chase, you seem to be very technologically know-how thingy doodle. I don't know what he was doing, but he was playing it and recording it on his laptop. He said, does it need it? Does this need this? What's going on from this? And I was like, okay. And then he just made the music right there for, maybe it was the new Samoflange intro. I can't remember. He's like, okay, how's this sound? I said, did you just record an entire? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I guess so. Oh, there's some feedback coming from you.
Oh, I thought we were getting.
Not bad, buddies.
Greetings, Starfighter. You have been chosen.
Chase,
I don't know the rest of it from
Is that
last
a road
Starfighter,
mic?
but I swear
it is.
I kind of
Heck
sounded
yeah.
like that.
I think it's the same.
The pod mic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love it. And it
Yeah.
goes,
Oh, y'all have the same pod mic?
I got the podcaster. which
Oh,
is not
nice.
bad.
Oh, that's not. Hold on. Let me
It's gonna be
get.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's sweet, man.
Because I saw it and I was looking, I was like, I'm just staring at mine like, dang, that looks oh yeah. Excellent.
Are you going to make an Ewok fan film? No, I have no Ewok costumes. But you know what? I saw someone who had made a real life Ewok costume at a Comic-Con, and they put their kid in it. I mean, hashtag goals. Am I right?
Yeah.
I got two
I'm
little
not trying
girls.
to put a kid in. I put myself in it. That's not
They may die. What are you doing?
sorry.
What are you doing?
Hard.
Showing us your big plastic bottle. That's not fun.
Saving the
Hey,
That's
we
Ewoks.
we have the same drink too.
Oh, come on.
Same
get out of
microphone, same drink.
Oh no. Okay, hold on. I want to look in here. What's this bookshelf in your back there?
I want to know what's on the shirt.
Shirt. This is the Shining here.
Heck yeah.
And oh yeah. Apology difficulty, guys. I haven't played my YouTube time many times. Like Matt wrote me to. I'm like, I'm coming on here. So
Hey.
if you see me again, I'll be prepared. Because I pretty much got everything stocked up here. You guys see that? Okay.
Yeah, no, I see that.
That's a nice shelf, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look
Like
like
a
big
collection.
ones. They're neat.
That's my life's work right there.
Wow.
Pretty much omnibus setup. My little holy crash cart there. So sorry about that. It's kind of in the way here.
Is that all Star
But
Wars?
yeah,
Yeah.
everything Star Wars except down on the bottom. The bottom, I have a collection hidden away down there that you probably can't see too. But yeah, I got pretty much all that going. This is my YR I'm watching. And then
That's a lot of books. I didn't know they had so many.
got some stuff going on back there too. That's pretty much. I like it there. Take that as you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty much the first look at the studio that we're working out of here.
Oh,
can't really see
nice.
too much.
Keyboard.
But
cool.
yeah, the drum set's coming in tomorrow, so we'll pretty much working out of all this.
Ah, nice. Let's see. I'm sure you can make it there.
Yeah, just convert the showroom into the recording studio because there was a particularly cool artist back in the day who apparently loved the idea of hardcover books being part of the sound room. So he went to a thrift store and all these local spots and bought as many of them as he possibly could and lined the entire studio with nothing but hardcover. So I was like, we'll do that in practice at least on one side for now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I was talking to Kyle earlier today, and this is my first time actually getting to see him. So look at this spry young fellow.
Cheers, Matt.
I'm telling you. Now, Chase, I want to talk about your little studio because at first I thought you and the missus were in separate areas, but she's actually physically right next to you, isn't she?
She is. Yeah. Yeah. So when we film, so literally what I'm in, if you want, I can move the camera around. So you can,
well, let's get the inside tour here.
Okay,
folks.
so
look at that Darth Vader there,
yeah,
Bernardo.
This was a custom rug. I feel weird petting him, but that's a custom rug that she won. So some guy on Instagram made it.
That's awesome.
So I am literally in a converted walk-in closet that we made. So let me show you this. There is the door. Here's the door handle. And so what you see when the camera's like this, we'll have it like stationed like this or something. And so she's right here, and the door's open, and the front of the door is white, and we have literally a memory foam mattress topper that we set down, and so we can watch our son. He's right there, and we're filming at night, and we split the screen and everything. And then I'll show you this. Got keyboard here, got screens here, light. Sorry for those now. I need to slow my spin.
Wow.
Got my guitar in the corner. So yeah, and then I've got this as well, like if it'll refocus.
A water bottle.
No, check this out. A blurry water bottle. Well, I did something. So now I'm very, very blurry. But
you'll get back into focus in a minute.
Here we go. Let's see.
Wow. It'll get you back into focus, I'm sure.
Yeah. You're
in Sasquatch mode right now. Either way, there it comes, coming back.
Nope. It was like,
there I am.
There you go.
There
See, folks, you don't need glasses. No, that's pretty neat. I've always wondered how you did that. In fact, I used to, and you can still hear them. I can't remember which videos it's in, but in some of my board game reviews, my girls were so little, I literally had them over to the side in the double pillows. We have twins, and they were both on those while I was recording. Well, every once in a while you hear one go, yeah, or yeah. And I'm trying to speak over them like, no, don't get in my video. But you can hear them. It's really funny. And I can't remember. There's a couple of videos because when I was on parental leave, I didn't have anything better to do. Let's make some videos. And I just had them over there. So sometimes they'd be sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they'd be little jibber jabber while I was talking to the camera. You can hear them just every once in a while. I know that because I was listening to some of my videos when I was trying to, because I'll watch my own videos to learn how to play something if I haven't played in a while. And I can hear them in the background. I was like, oh, yeah, I know when this was.
Nice.
So that's a nice one. I got the heart. Oh, sweet. That's awesome, Stig. Hold on. What was the most nostalgic time of being an EU fan? Oh, that's an actually really good question. Nostalgia. There's so many good memories. Like I said, each book on this shelf tells its own story about where I was. I was reading the first Galaxy of Fear novels when I was waiting in line to see the re-release of, I think it was Empire Strikes Back or A New Hope. I finished the Han Solo trilogy under a tree in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, because one of my buddies was going in for an interview. So I just sat out under a tree and read it and was so into it. And literally, when I finished the last sentence, I looked up and he came walking up to me. He said, "You ready to go?" I said, "I am."
Did he get the job though?
Yes, he did, I think. And I remember reading Crystal Star in my room and going, "What is going on?" I remember reading Children of the Jedi and literally jumping up and going, "Yeah, yeah!" when Callista is alive, and woo, and I'm just jumping up and down the room. I was very happy. Screw all you Mara Jade fans. I was trying to hold back tears during Iron Fist, going, "What is going on?" I felt like the Grinch. My eyes are leaking. It's so that seriously, still today, you ask me what's the hardest death? It's an Iron Fist for me. It's an Iron Fist. It gets you. You just kind of go, oh, because it's just so painful. During my graduation, I brought a book, my college graduation, and I sat there and read the book through the commencement because I knew it was going to be forever till I got up there. So I was just reading it. And I waved at my mom and dad. Then I showed them the book, and they're like, "What are you doing? Bringing a Star Wars book?" And I remember there were two girls on each side of me. One goes, "You brought a book?" And the other girl goes, "I wish I had brought a book." This is back before smartphones. So I was like, "Yeah, read me some Star Wars." I was super sick during the reading Fate of the Jedi. I got sick on vacation. But so I'd sit there kind of, just shaking, fever, aches, pain, but still listening to the audiobook.
So what book did not have a memory is the question he should have had.
Obviously, Sieging Gambit. I couldn't remember the name of the titles when I was doing my review because that's just how pointless those books were. They were so. I remember when I was reading it, I kept going, "What's the point?" Because it went nowhere.
Just like Black Widow, then I guess same thing.
I remember Black Widow, the same thing.
Same reaction.
This book number 5 of Junior Jedi Knights, accidentally stole it from Walmart. It was in my buggy, but because it was white, I missed it. Went to go throw my bags in the car and saw it there. I was like, "Did I pay for that? Oh no!" And I didn't want to get back in line, so I was like, "Oh well."
Matt's gonna get a letter from Walmart next week.
That's okay. I'll pay him the $4.99 or whatever it was.
Yeah. We need our $5.
He didn't want the book back.
You can get the $5 back. Let's see. I'm trying to think. There's just so many that I remember reading and loving. I mean, shoot. I remember I sat down and read Heir to the Empire, the very first one I read. I'd sit on the couch until my back started hurting. So I'd lay on the floor and read some more until my back started getting stiff. Then I'd sit back on the couch as a kid, and I couldn't put it down. I could not put it down. It was just that good. I didn't want to do anything that day but just read. So I got lots of great memories of all this stuff. Hold on. Matt, how don't you have glasses if you read so much? Laser eye surgery. I used to wear contacts. Actually, when I was doing the videos,
Really?
I had contacts in me. There's only one picture, I think, of me with glasses, and that's when I was getting the surgery. I had to wear glasses. I never wore glasses, but there's one picture we have of me with glasses.
How long ago did you get the surgery?
Okay. Well, yeah, you took the picture, though. I thought that was it. Hey, how long was it ago when I had the surgery? 4 or 5?
Well, it had to be 4 because 2 years ago we had the girls, and I think it was 2 years before that.
Okay, so 4 years ago, the missus says.
Okay.
But I remember because if has anyone ever had it here?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so
Considered it.
it's like Clockwork Orange. They take your eyes and they poof. I'm not kidding. They open them up. Yeah, my wife got to watch, and then they drop some deadening, to deaden the feel in your eyes. They drop eye drops to kind of null them, and then here comes the scalpel.
Oh, you're awake. Oh no.
So you're awake,
No, I'm
and
gonna
so
be
the
like, yo, how
scalpel
much to put me down?
this isn't a scalpel, but you can see it coming down towards you.
No way.
And you're like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden, they start a slicing. And your eyeball does this. As he's sawing, it moves back and forth.
First person killer right here.
And then they take it, and they flip open that skin or that film, whatever. All right. Then the world is like someone dropped water on a painting. Everything goes blurry. And I was like, and he goes, it's okay. It's okay. This is what happens. He said, do you see the laser? I said, dude, I don't see anything. He said, okay. Do you see an orange light? I said, I think I see a glow. He went, okay, just look at that glow. I said, oh, it's kind of everywhere. He said, just look at the glow. I'm going to count back to 10. He goes, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And when he hit 5, the room went zip, 20/20 immediately.
What?
As it's shooting your eyelid.
What the heck?
What is even going on?
And I saw narrow beam. Then he did it and then they get this nice cool brush. You can feel it's cool, and they kind of wash back over that little filming on your eye. Then they did the same thing with the second one. The first one, you need a squeezy ball because you're like really nervous. The second one, you're like, let's do it. Let's do it.
Until they go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then nothing happens.
Well, then hold on.
Hey.
Well, this time I wasn't scared when the world went like that again. So I was like, okay. So then I got up. He's like, okay, wow, I can see everything. He's like, okay, wear shades. I don't know why. He said your eyelids are going to be, they're super dilated. They're going to be super hypersensitive to light. So I'm wearing the shades. I'm feeling good. My wife's with me. I'm like, hey, we got this going on. I'm looking cool because I got shades on.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you took them off.
And then we walk. And by the way, those shades that I got, the little flimsy throwaway shades, lasted for 3 years. I love those little shades. They even sent me 2. Well, I complained when they broke after like 2 or 3 years. She sent me 2 more. Of course, the lady did. And my girls broke 1 pair and the other one got lost. So now I had to buy some other shades. But the thing is, though, when we went outside, oh my gosh, it was like the bright lights were all hitting. I was like, what's vampire. And so we go in and they said, you'll start to feel a little pain, a little burn. And see already, why I'm look at the viewership.
The blood too.
Shooting down. You don't talk about the things that's disgusting. But anyway, so we're driving the car and I'm doing this. I'm going, ooh. Well, I was like, what's wrong? I said, when you look at a screen for too long, you close your eyes, it burns a little bit, but then goes away. Imagine if that burn doesn't go away. And it stays like that. I was like, there's a little bit of burning. I mean, it's not like your eyes are on fire, but it's a slow burn. You're like, what is this? Well, then you have to get some sleep. Well, it's in the middle of the day. How do you do it? You can either take they give you this little pill to help you sleep now or later on that night. Take it then. Take it now. So I took it, knocked myself out when we got home, woke up 20/20. Now, after that, it's about 80 to 60 days of eye drops because they hit you with lasers. Your tear ducts aren't working. So you got to keep doing eye drops. At first, it's the steroid ones, and then it's just the regular ones. And you got to keep doing that. And if your vision starts to get blurry, that means they're drying out. So you need to put some eye drops in it. So I did that for about 30 or so days, and then they were normal. Everything was back to normal. So it's been cool ever since.
Wow.
I can see how ugly Bernardo is today.
That's crazy. That must be not 2020 vision.
It was cool. It was
Great,
cool.
Man.
I mean, I'm glad I did it when we did it, back before the girls and whatnot, because I wouldn't have done it now. But it was cool. I was like, because I was just tired of contacts weren't lasting as long as they used to. And they were like, my first pair was back in the old days. and those things were thick. Those things were perfect. They were meant to last. And they went, wait a minute, we're America. We don't build things that last. And so let's get the flimsy ones that tear after 2 months. So, and he has to keep paying $300 every 3 months. He has to give us $300. I was like, no way. No way. Yeah, just like that. Just turnstile, maybe. I was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So we're just going to get and it was the last surgery. I was one of the last patients of the old doctor. He was about to retire. He goes, you can wait till, he said, next week, and we'll have the new doctor here. And I was like, no.
Yeah,
the new doctor's barely done it? No, I'd rather have you, old man, who's been doing it for years.
He goes,
I don't want some new guy going, he's lining up the Death Star on my little Alderans going, you may commit psyop. And there's these guys with helmets pulling switches, and I'm getting all nervous. And I'm like, they're on Tatooine. They're on Tatooine. I'm kidding.
Sounded like the torture droid was coming out, like for the laser eye surgery, man.
Pressing against my feet that higher and gets. I just love how that thing gives the Wilhelm scream when it gets thing. It's perfect. Wow. Kyle, that's something we have to have is the Wilhelm scream.
I wasn't gonna say it right away, but it's coming back, so we're in the clear.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
that's
been
good.
in the works. I believe that I think they took it out for TLJ, if I remember right. That was the first one that didn't have it.
TLJ. Oh, The Last Jedi?
I'm pretty sure, because I believe The Force Awakens still had it. It was one of those two films that they decided that they're going to pull it from Star Wars forever.
Oh, wow, that's sad. I may have missed that movie.
Yep, it's one of those little tidbits that kind of got washed away.
Chase, you've seen the sequels.
Yes.
What did you and the missus think?
Okay, so we're going sequels.
Like the new movies?
Yeah, the newer movies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Force Awakens, I actually enjoyed in theaters. Honestly, we watched it like 7 times, and I think part of it was just everything. Like there was just so much hype for us visually, and it was very stimulating. There's a lot of questions. Now when I look back, I see a lot of fair criticism about it. And this was before we're watching Star Wars YouTube or anything. It's just kind of like us and family.
Mm-hmm.
And so we actually enjoyed it. And then we went and watched The Last Jedi when it came out. And I remember we left the theaters. We were like, what just happened? Like, are we just confused? Because we were going to the Midnights. And we actually went back like the next day or two later, and we liked it less. Like we actually went back with the intention of like, we want to understand it more and like it. This is the future, and we liked it less, and we did not like, we didn't buy it, and we didn't want to see Rise of Skywalker at all, but we're like, let's just see it. And we've only seen it once. And here's a good way to think about the sequels. When I rate all of the Star Wars movies, I put the holiday special above the sequels. That's where they sit for me.
I'll be honest. B. Arthur is fantastic.
Y'all don't want my ranking list then.
I'm just telling you. Hey, Steve makes a great thing here. The Brian Daly Star Wars radio dramas were unbelievably excellent. I love them. In fact, Brian Daly thought of some ingenious ad libs to this. One of my favorite is in A New Hope, where it's toward the end. Han's getting his reward and stacking it up into the Falcon, about to leave, and General Jan Dodonna, I think, it comes up to talk to him. He goes, "Solo, we could really use a pilot like you," and blah blah blah. The rebellion's always needing good pilots and like yourself. And he goes, yeah, well, he says some snide remark, to which the general replies, I'm sorry, Captain Solo, I don't quite follow you. And then Han Solo says, if you did, you'd live a lot longer. Meaning, if you get off this rock, you'll live. I thought that was hilarious. And those radio dramas were really good. Kyle, what'd you think of the radio dramas?
I always tend to lean toward, I like the daily ones. I like all of the actual dramas themselves. as far as from Lucasfilm goes. Crimson Empire comes to mind too. I know we're on topic on Brian Daly. I haven't heard them in quite some time, but I read them recently.
Oh yeah. The Brian Daly novels for Han Solo novels.
Yeah, I actually just picked up a hardcover lot for I think $45. You can't.
Is it the one
sometimes
from
even if you have the same stuff, you have to buy it twice, even though you just because you see a deal. So
was it the old school Han Solo hardbacks?
On eBay. On eBay.
Sweet. Yeah, I found those a long time ago. Those are awesome.
Yep.
You can, but you don't have to. You can read A.C. Crispin's trilogy first, but you don't have to. Chase, you are starting your journey through the EU, right? What book are you picking first?
So the first, this is so crazy. So I told you, Matt, I've read a lot about the EU and I've watched a lot about it, but I'm like, I want to read it for myself. Yeah. So my first EU book was actually The Heart of the Jedi. We watched a Ryan Kinnell video. The missus actually did, and she's like, I think Disney's going to pull this book, and we didn't know much about it, and she's like, buy it. And so we bought, I think we bought like 4 or 5 copies just because the way Ryan was talking about it.
Yeah.
And we started looking into it, and we're like, I think people are going to like want this. And so that's why we got it, to like help people get it, not to like scalp it and sell it and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. That's how I first found your channel. Y'all were channels were given away. Yeah. Because I was looking at for anyone talking about the Heart of the Jedi, and I saw y'all. So your wife said, "Hey, Chase, come look at this angry guy with muscles. He's making a good point about Heart of the Jedi."
We've been watching Ryan and RK Outpost, for a bit, and when he said it, she was just like, "Ryan said it, we're buying it." And,
we're buying what Ryan's selling.
Yeah, but right now I'm reading Star Wars, so I'm reading A New Hope. But this maybe you would know. So the version I have is, I think it's like the 56th printing or something. So it's like when the special editions came out. I'm not sure if things have, because I know George didn't write it. It was Alan Dean Foster. But it's like, was things tweaked like in future printings, or has it been like the same story?
I believe it's the novelization.
Yeah.
I don't know about the newer versions, but every version I've seen, older ones seem to be the same. Kyle, do you know anything about that?
As far as I knew, they were the same.
I don't think they've changed it. I don't think
they have. In the past couple of years, I mean, I'm not sure.
Not the novelization.
They have to revisit it. But I don't believe it's changed.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm loving it a lot. After reading The Heart of the Jedi, went on a kick, started getting all the novelizations, got Darth Bane, the Thrawn trilogy, got like Splinter of a Mind's Eye.
I'm sorry, I got to Kanye West you for a moment.
You're good. You're good.
I'm going to step away, but I'm still here listening. Still here listening. Okay. Y'all need to check out his channel. It's the best channel in the world. Okay, so anyway. All right, so I'm going to take it back to Chase. Keep talking. I'm listening. I just have to walk off for just real quick.
Sounds good. Yeah, so I bought like Heir to the Empire, that whole Thrawn trilogy. I bought the Darth Bane trilogy, Shadows of the Empire, Splinter of a Mind's Eye, I think the Jedi Academy trilogy. We just started buying all sorts of stuff to read, and then I had to put a pause because I'm like, I can't keep up with this right now. But I'm legitimately enjoying them a lot. Been watching Matt's channel for like a long time. I'm like, I think I need to actually start reading these for myself. Like, yeah, they're really good.
It's good to talk about Matt when he's not here, because I don't want him to be inflated either. So that was a good call. He can listen to it on the after.
What are Kyle, what would you say are like some of your favorite Star Wars books? I know that's hard, but like
it is right. To answer, yeah. I still have a particular soft spot for Shadows of the Empire, just because that was my I was in 6th grade, I think, or grade or so. That just took me in already on the N64, that whole jazz. So the world building, so it's got a special place in my heart. And after that, I probably have a lot of ones that are people would look at me going crazy, like that's favorite favorite. You know, like I'm one of those. Like I like the Crystal Star, for example. That one has a good bit in my heart too. The New Jedi I really fell into. That's also a special place. So it was just because like I guess I'm 33, so it was the times. So that came out when I was just going into high school. And as cheesy as it's going to sound, Vector Prime, I remember sitting there reading the pages as like, you know, Cern Pedal's smashing up in front of our eyes, right? And, you know, Chewbacca dies, and then I'm getting screamed at by my history teacher because I'm nowhere close to what they're talking about. So that's kind of a special place in my heart, too. As far as the old school guys go, though, the Tamira, give me a second here. I was particularly touching. Let's see, as far as from that time period, I did like the Thrawn trilogy. I'm really not one of those fans that it's like everyone's favorite book is Thrawn. I'm like, you know, I did enjoy them quite a lot though. But yeah, so there's some for the oddball throwouts there. Honestly, I liked the Republic Commandos probably one of my favorite books of all of them. Any of them from that series too.
Yeah, very cool, man.
Roundabout answer, my bad.
No, you're good. Like I'm trying to like essentially I'm in this phase right now where like I love how do I say this? I see all these lists online, right? And it seems like I'm like this can't be everybody's favorite because it seems like there's so many lists where it's like the same books and it's like I'm sure they're great, but I love hearing like people's reasons for it. And yeah, because I remember like as a kid, I remember my dad had so this was before the prequels. Before the prequels came out, my dad had the Thrawn trilogy, and he was always telling me like you know, this is like this is episodes like 7, 8, 9, basically like this is after and all of this. And as a kid, I was like, why is my dad so pumped up about Star Wars books?
What a nerd.
I was like, because he had them like I remember like he had like his bed and his headboard, and he had them like the 3 books he had right there in his headboard. And then, I mean, I've heard people talk about the New Hope novelization, and you know that it's like it's good, but it's not like amazing and like people's favorite. But it's like if this is like an okay book, like I'm really excited for getting into the EU because there's so many little things I'm like, this is like really cool stuff I've never, like for instance, like I've always wondered watching the movies how C-3PO can be like taken apart and then put back together so easily. And I was just reading it like this week, and there's something about like if his arm was pulled off if it wasn't broken at a joint, it would like seal itself to like keep the nerves intact. And so then when it basically came back together and locked, this self-healing kind of protocol would start reconnecting the nerves, and it would require a little bit of tweaking. And I was like, that is so cool. Like
they didn't even have to put an answer for that. That's so random. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I was like, that's I'm like, that's the stuff. And I mean, that's like you said, Bernardo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, it's like they didn't even need to say that, but it's like that's super cool. Like I enjoy those kind of details. I thought you had a tab for a second.
Soda and junk
and I'm like,
food.
where'd you get tab?
They stopped making them, but I used to get them all the time. And to be honest, it was the number one drink at my house. When people were over, even my nephews would drink tab.
Wow.
And I bought it as a joke because I never thought they made it anymore. Now they have stopped, but back last year they even made it. So I was like, wow. So whenever we had company over, I brought tab. Tab was always the first thing to go. Do you know what the most popular soft drink in my fridge is with my friends? Say it.
RC.
RC Cola.
Oh,
Wow.
I bought a 12 pack of RC. I always pick the third party candidate in the cola wars. I
What a
pick the
hipster.
the mellow yellow. It's going to be at my house. This the stuff you don't see. I'll get the random soft drinks, but RC cola can't keep that in my fridge.
Oh
Can't keep. I
man.
mean, I went through a
You're
whole
You should
12
not.
fridge pack, 12 pack, one night, Bernardo. I went through a 12 pack. I got another one, and this past weekend, half of them, 6 of them were drunk.
Wow.
I stopped drinking soda because I used to drink at least 6 cans a day every single
Well,
day.
this is I don't do this is my dessert.
I'm going on 5 years sober in December. No soda.
Awesome.
Do you get a coin or a bottle cap? That says 5 year.
I just get to put my picture on the fridge again for each year.
Hi, I'm Matt.
That's so funny about RC Cola because I remember specifically being at a barbecue, like a company picnic one for my family. And I remember they had like lines for everything. They had like, okay, we got a line for like Coke, we got a line for Pepsi, and then there was this line with nobody in it. I'm like, I'm going here. And then I found out it was to grab an RC Cola, and I'm like, I'm going to go to a longer line.
Yeah, if you brought anything that looked off-brand into this house, you would have been shunned. I'm like, what is this?
I think RC Cola it's less sweet than Pepsi, and less Coke
Everything is less sweet than Pepsi.
but Coke is like highly carbonated, almost like hurts your tongue a little bit at first. So it's not as heavily carbonated as Coke. So it's like Coke and Pepsi got together one night, thought no one noticed, had an RC, and then ran away and just abandoned in the street. But RC is just so fantastic. And
Matt, can you make basically what you've done for the EU? Can you do that for soda? Can you just like every week bring a new can of soda, taste it, and just deep dive into
He needs
it?
to get the close-up sound effect.
Well, I have done reviews while I'm drinking Crystal Pepsi, which I miss those days.
Wow.
What a hist.
Crystal Pepsi. I'll be honest, it is
Your
candy it is candy and diabetes in a can, but I don't care. I would take it. You drink a can of Pepsi, you may as well get shot with insulin while you're at it too, because you're gonna go into a coma afterwards. But it's like dessert. It's a sweet dessert. It's so much nice. Surge, which I don't get as much. Every once in a while I'll pick up a can because you can get it here in town. But it's okay. It's okay. It's like it was the Mountain Dew Killer from Coke that never really took off, but came back. Now you can get it on Amazon Pantry, but they bottle it here in my hometown, so they sell here. So I'll drink that every once in a while.
Do you guys remember DNL? I was in the West Coast when we had this. It is 7-Up backwards. 7-Up upside down is DNL. It was this green drink, which I think they said is comparable to like either Volt or Surge or something along those lines. It was a drink that I used to drink as a kid because it could make us burp, and we were disgusting kids at the time. It was at the time.
You mean you were a regular kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If you weren't the kid that could burp the alphabet, you knew him.
Oh no! Well, this drink was like a superpower. Like you can burp for like a good 60 seconds straight at least. That was just
you could. I don't know if my vocal cords could handle that.
A friend of mine was like, "Dude, look at this." I was like, "What are you doing? Is it this drink?" We got it a lot, and it was good at the time. I mean, I remember it tasting good. I don't drink soda anymore, but DNL. Yeah.
Hold on. So what's it called again? Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, DNL.
That sounds like the most bootleg soda I've ever heard. It's the
7-Up
upside down, the logo green.
Smart. I was so high. I was like, it got the upside down.
No, this has got to be fake.
Nah, it's real.
That's real.
Did you buy it from a store, or was it from like a random guy?
No. He's like, "Hey kid, you want some DNL?"
DNL.
Sure. How do I drink it? Oh, this needle.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. It's a real. It was a real drink. I lived in Utah too, the West Coast, at the time. But yeah, let's go.
That's it.
We had it in the bottle. I never saw it in the can before. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Shut up.
It was like a superpower.
Well, look at that. It's the slug of the day. I better check these before I click on them. But look at this. It's 7-Up upside down. Wouldn't they be sued for this?
It's the same company, isn't it? Yeah, I think it was.
I've never heard of this soda before.
I don't know why it got canceled. I actually should probably look up the reason because I remember vaguely I found some articles saying that it was the same as this drink. Like it got changed over to this, which was a similar formula. I don't know if it was Volt, Surge. I don't remember what it was, but it changed over from something. What?
Okay, so this is the one we used to drink. Was Josta.
Josta. Never heard of that.
Okay. Josta was something that we... Oh, shut up. Is it in Loki? No.
Oh, no.
Josta is a drink that we used to drink. It was illegal in certain states because it was so highly caffeinated.
Oh, my gosh.
And if you want to know what it tastes like, today you can go and get it's called Bang Miami something is the flavor.
We're not Googling that.
It's hold on. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
You might want to prove me this.
Excuse me, guys.
I don't know.
They go Bang Energy Miami Cola. This is that is what it tastes like.
Okay.
That's what it tastes like. And I mean, to be honest, Bang Miami Cola isn't that good, but it tastes like the old school Josta, and I'll drink it every blue moon. In fact, I'll probably drink it now because I'm kind of missing it. But Josta was the one that it was awful. It tasted awful. You drank it, you're like, oh, this is terrible, but it's illegal in my state. Oh, you like this is me being rebellious.
Not doing it for the culture.
I did. Anyway, back on that. We lost Kyle.
Josta. He went to go get Josta in the fridge.
He probably went to go get Josta. Here, let's spy on his room. Look at that. His butt sits there.
That's a nice chair.
I'm telling you what. So, chair, how
Looks
long?
like his chair has abs.
I know. Have you been working out, Kyle's chair?
Yes.
I hope someone's just tuning into the stream and just seeing this and going, what? Is Matt interviewing a chair? Is the chair named Kyle? I don't know. You need to work on getting those abs there, buddy. Those hips.
It almost looks like
it's got a little pillow to rest your head. That's nice.
Is that a stormtrooper mug all the way at the top? It's really hard to tell.
Oh, it is.
It is. Good eyes.
Nice.
Oh, shh. Here he comes.
Oh, he's coming. Act natural.
Yeah. So, anyway, are there any sodas in the EU? That's a great question. I have no idea.
Feeling there's something.
Aren't they like in the desert a lot? Why would you want a soda?
Well, I mean, my wife loves Barks root beer. That is her favorite. In fact, we had Barks tonight.
What about
I
Slurm?
like Mug.
Anyone know what that
Slurm.
is?
Slurm?
What is that?
Yes.
Is that the Futurama one?
Slurm the party worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
That's a good callback.
My first drink was a zero cal drink, so
Oh.
I went for the zero calc. I thought, well, I'll be up. But I was like, you know what? I'm having fun. It's a pib night. So.
What about A&W?
A&W, the fast food restaurant or the root beer?
The root beer.
Oh,
The fast food restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You've never been to an A&W? You're so sheltered up there.
That's like saying I went to a Uno. Who would go to an Uno?
Is that the pizza place?
I don't know. I would never go.
I think that's the Chicago style pizza place, isn't it?
And
Oh, there you go.
I'm just thinking of the card game.
Nerf steak. Yeah, you can go play cards there too at Uno.
Yo, do y'all have a Whataburger where y'all are at?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get to
I
go
think
there
so.
for the first time. Is it good?
I mean, it's Whataburger. I mean, it's fine. I mean,
Pizzas you
I
have.
guess I would eat there, but I would never say let's go eat at Whataburger. How's that?
What about In-N-Out? Would you say
I
that?
hate In-N-Out. I think In-N-Out's overrated.
Really?
So sorry, Kyle. Overrated.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Double animal style, Neapolitan shake,
Yes!
animal style fries, baby.
The
That's how you
hidden
do it.
menu.
Yo, but what about that White Castle, yo? No?
I've only had
You
the
know
frozen
what?
burgers.
I've had White Castle. I prefer Crystal. Crystal is the one down south.
Yeah, they have those in Florida. I've seen them.
Yeah, Crystal. Yeah, no one in my family, not even the missus, I don't think will eat Crystal Burger now with me. They don't like it, but I love it. But what do they know? They think Waffle
Harold
House.
and Kumar, so that's really all that matters.
Oh my gosh, they taped that film here
Come
in
in
New
here.
Jersey. When,
Oh yeah,
I was living in New Jersey, and they taped that over there. So the flow to White Castle was ridiculous. Every college humor kind of scenario played out. Everybody had to make a 45-minute drive. It's crazy times.
Yeah, I
went
guess
to that one. 2 hours.
Ryan doesn't like In-N-Out because he has taste buds. It's overrated. It's overrated in my opinion. I was like, this is what I waited in line for, and I got their double whatever it was, and their animal style fries. He didn't look anything like the Muppet. I was very disappointed. I just was like,
you can't complain about In-N-Out and then go to McDonald's next week. I can't accept it. I might have to unsubscribe.
I don't choose White Castle over. I mean, White Castle was fine, but I grew up on Crystal Burger, so I like Crystal Burger. My wife likes the Crystal Pups, which are like mini hot dogs.
I'm allergic to hot dogs.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I know. Is it the beef ones? It's all of them. I have no idea. And to also be fair, I don't like swell up or anything. I excessively vomit to not be so gross. And my mom thought maybe it was psychological when I was a kid. She chopped it up so small, didn't know what it was. And I was just in the bathroom being distraught. I was like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Mom was like, I guess you really can't have hot dogs.
She said, I tried to poison you, son, with hot dogs.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
man.
Hey,
if you want to picture The Exorcist, there you go. That's the best shape.
So when we meet at BGG SpringCon, will you just eat one hot dog for me and we can film it? We can make a YouTube video.
Yeah, we'll play one of your board games while we're doing it.
Actually, we can play Hey Taxi, and you can tell me what you really think of it after a hot dog.
Yeah, play clean games.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go around here. Is there a fast food place that you really love? Go for it, Bernardo.
Chick-fil-A? What?
Now that's my wife's favorite.
Good.
You would say Chick-fil-A for sure.
Excellent. That's great.
Okay, Kyle.
Does Chipotle count as fast food?
Does Chipotle have a drive-through?
Yes.
They do. Otherwise, I would say Wendy's.
Okay. Wendy's is more traditional drive-throughs. Let me take Wendy's as the answer.
Wendy's is.
Like bacon
Dave Thomas knew what he was talking about. That's all I got to say.
I'm telling you what, the square patties, right? I'll tell you what, a Frosty and fries is a good combination. I haven't had that in a while. That's a good combination. Okay.
I think they're probably the most unhealthy of most of them that I can think of offhand.
I thought they were all 0 cal. I'm kidding. Chase?
Does it have to have a drive-through, or is it just fast, like you order the food?
I think we established that it has to have a drive-through.
Yeah.
Okay. If it has to have a drive-through, I think I'm going to say Burgerville. I don't know if you guys have Burgerville where you are. It's like a Northwest thing.
Where are you at?
He's
I'm in Oregon.
Northwest.
Yeah, I'm in Oregon.
Well, I
They
want
make-
to know the state because Northwest doesn't actually tell. It may not.
Yeah,
Burgerville.
it's good. It's like legit ingredients, but every month they have like a local berry that they mix into like milkshakes and lemonades and stuff. So it's like
I picture like
it's good.
an animal where you just feed animals outside of it.
You get to feed the
exactly
cow
what it
that will
is.
later become your burger. That's what it,
It's like, go ahead, feed your
I'm
dinner,
gonna
kids.
ground you up. Who's a good cow?
There is a butcher in our area where you can go and they'll actually tell you like this is the cow and this is the cow's name and all of this. And
We did that for a pig at
wanted
a
to-
local farm. Yeah, it was
That
wild.
burger had a name, and it was Leroy.
Yeah.
Leroy.
Tasted good, extra crispy.
And then that's when your wife goes, "Okay, hand me the knife. I'll slit its throat." And you're like, "Wait, what? Who are you?"
So what's funny? The missus has to she has to convince herself, and she says, I'm telling her story. She says she knows it doesn't make sense. She has to convince herself that the animal died of natural causes and that it wasn't butchered, just like old dead roadkill, basically.
All it is roadkill. It was going to go to waste. The cow had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And we can't let that meat just rot in the sun. And see, look, when we talk like this, there goes the viewers there. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't just,
Oh, they got
just
waffle
thinking.
fries?
Say what?
I'm looking at Burgerville.
Oh, wow. Look at Burgerville.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's a real
They'll
one.
have some rosemary shoestring fries. So
Fish
good.
tastes
Okay. I'll be
fire.
honest. That sounds cool. Okay. Yeah. Good. Everyone's saying, hey, baking.
What's yours, Matt? You didn't say yours. You can't just skip out.
Oh, I didn't? Mrs. What's my fast food place? Does Five Guys count? Five Guys didn't have a drive-through.
Nope, no drive-through. That was on my list.
We'll go. You know what? We had Arby's earlier this week. I do love me some Arby's. So
We have
that
the
could be.
meat.
Well, it has to have a drive-through. I like Kiddo Taco Bell every once in a while.
Free
I like
bathroom
Taco
trip.
Bell,
Okay.
but it just keeps me glued to the throne, if you know what I mean.
Keeps you going. It's like a slider. Taco slider.
Taco slider.
But that cheesy chalupa, toasted cheesy chalupa that they had limited, they need to bring that back quick because that thing was amazing. But yeah. Arby's, Matt? Come on. No, you can't.
Well, when it's McRib season, you know, nothing beats a McRib for me. I'm a McRib guy.
Oh no.
Whatever.
How did we go wrong?
Whatever.
We need the prequel story. This doesn't
Why are
make
you
sense.
hating on the hog, man? McRib is
First
the
you said
best.
Arby's, roast beef. That's like
Yeah. Who doesn't like roast
who's
beef?
getting excited for roast beef? If I put
Here,
down the table, I'm
Rob
kicking out my
D.
house.
He can't decide between Roy Rogers, the cowboy, and Arby's.
Isn't when I think Roy Rogers, I think of literally everything else inside of a Roy Rogers, like a Cinnabon, a Popeyes.
Arby's has the meats.
Yeah, they stay there because it's gross. That means
Whatever that sandwich is, I remember as a kid I would get that one. It's just a bunch of meat and it has that melted cheese. I don't know if that's just every Arby's sandwich, but whatever that one was
Beef
good.
and cheddar.
And a Jamocha
Classic.
shake, those two together.
Classic.
their milkshakes
And the
are
curly
actually
fries.
really impressive.
Curly
They're
fries are
very
great.
thick.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that.
Yeah,
do
they're
have
great.
taste.
But
Cheesy.
my wife would probably say Chick-fil-A.
Good.
Chick-fil-A
there's-
is good.
There's never a day that's not good for Chick-fil-A,
I live
Mhm.
right down the street from a Chick-fil-A. It's actually
Except
a problem.
Sunday.
except for
When you show up and you're like, there's no lines. We're going straight to the front. Chick-fil-A, let's go. And then you realize it's Sunday and you're like,
oh,
great.
I gotta go to Popeyes now. Hate that. Hate when that happens. Yo.
Popeyes, the Sunday store.
It is. I mean,
We're only busy
on
on Sunday.
and it's the only time you want it.
You know,
too.
I
Can they
tried
just
that
open
chicken
up
sandwich from
one?
Popeyes. It was tasty,
It was good.
but I don't know what the big deal was.
It was a meme. The memes.
Well, there's a hometown place here in town called Magic Grill, and they do something called the Chicken Challenge, and that thing is, I mean, I can't go out to eat with my mama because I want to slap her after eating it. It's so good. Slap your mama good. It is. I'd be like, Mom, I'm sorry. I know I'm your firstborn, but pow, that was good. The back of me hand's gonna talk to the side of your face, mother. I
don't
love
eat
you.
anything that has challenge on it. I'm trying to enjoy my meal. I'm not trying to.
It's not something super spicy or super big. They just called it. They just said, someone said, "Hey, can you make a sandwich like the Popeyes chicken sandwich?" I said, "Yeah, we'll take you up on that challenge." And it's a secret menu item, so it's not on the menu. You have to, and they know what it is. So I'm like, yeah.
My favorite chicken sandwich now, it was Chick-fil-A, but it switched to Shake Shack. We just got one in our area, and the Shake Shack chicken sandwich is
I've never had one at Shake
so
Shack,
good.
but I live near a Shake Shack. Maybe
I got the spicy Popeyes. Someone who's an expert
Zaxby's
on chicken or chicken women. Hey, Steve.
Hi. I was waiting for that one. I really was. Good morning, all of you.
Hello.
Morning.
Steve,
Hello.
how is your morning coming along?
Well, I'm talking to you, so probably not that good. But
likes
other than that, the birds are chirping. It's a bit of a gray day in Norway, but
Do you wake up like a Disney princess, like all the birds are singing and everything's happy and
they dress
bright?
to be honest, I wake up with a cuss word. That's the truth of it.
Dad blamed Ryan Kennel.
Yeah, what?
No,
No, it's every time I wake up, I want to sleep longer. So.
Oh, gotcha. That's my little girl. She will point to her bed and go, "I go night night, Daddy, night night." Like, no, Bubba, it's time to get up. Time to go to daycare. No, night night. She'll put the pillow over her face and everything. So
yeah,
get used to your future, Chase.
Yeah, my son is he is finding his voice, and he's starting to shout a little bit, and he's super sweet with mama. That's for sure. And him and I are very independent men, and so I'm like, okay, I see what's coming.
Oh yeah, he's gonna love his mama. And always love his mama. That's for sure. Mama's boys. Okay, so Stig, we already got a question for you. What's your breakfast item? What does Stig have for breakfast?
Usually nothing, because I don't tend to be hungry at all when I wake up. But eventually I'll eat, and it's whatever's available.
He has
sandwiches. Sandwiches is a big thing in Norway. We use bread for everything, really. So.
He has a thirst for knowledge and a hunger for power, folks.
Yeah, I eat power.
How many calories does that have?
5.
Oh, and by the way, Steve, you went on a commercial or short video posting run. I appreciate that. Some funny stuff.
Yeah, I just stole old commercials from places on YouTube and put them on my channel.
How do you find that stuff? It seems so random, but it's hilarious.
Oh, I just searched for band commercials. That's exactly what I did.
There you go.
And then when I found some racy ones, I was like, yeah, I'm downloading that one and putting it on my channel. That's,
Stig, is there a fast food place in Norway that you eat at?
Usually I actually make my own food.
That's
ideally,
right. You said that.
Yeah, ideally I catch my own fish too. But I live on an island, so why not catch my own fish, right?
Why not?
That's great.
I guess that counts.
I'm not. My cousins are big fishers. They live off the bay, and everyone fishes. I mean, shoot, if you live off the bay, you got to go fishing, right? That's one of your things. So they're big fishermen, and they have the deep sea fishing and stuff because they can shoot out into the whatever ocean it is and fish out there. So they're nothing. If they're not working and they're not fishing, they must be sleeping. Because that's usually
fishing is well, when I fish, it's usually from land. So I just head down through a hiking area that's right next to where I live. And if you go there at morning, right, there's no sounds. It's just the ocean. So it's really
Oh, that's
peaceful.
nice.
Yeah, so it doesn't even matter if I catch fish or anything. It's just very refreshing, and then the stress goes away, and it's you can listen to audiobooks while you fish, right?
That's true. You see chewing on a tree if no fish are caught.
No.
Do you get?
I'll kick a tree though.
He's wearing a Shining T-shirt. Here, I'll show it again.
I do play in a metal band.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I have a death metal group on the side.
Amazing.
What? Yeah, I'm just finding this out now. What do you play?
Oh, I'm a drummer and a singer for a death metal act out of New Jersey.
Shut the front door. The drummer.
Yeah, I'll be having my writing partner is going to be helping with the mixing process for SE's audio drama once we get to that phase.
Bachelor over here.
Wow, a drummer.
Yeah. That's sick.
Okay, so Stig is on the culinary. He's got the culinary skills going. You got the drumming. Chase, what hobby or talent do you possess? You've got a mustache. That's true.
I bring a mustache to the table.
I forgot about that. Someone gave you the best compliment ever. They said, "Look, it's Magnum PI." I was like, "Oh man, now I'm jealous." I want someone to say that of me.
I have been playing guitar since I was 12. So, yeah.
Shut the front door, Bernardo. What's your? Oh yeah, he's the magician. Mm-hmm. Oh. Actually, no, he is a magician. So he'll do some magic there, which I can't wait to see. One day. Oh my goodness.
That looks cool.
That one was good.
That to me, I was bagging out. I was like, what? Looks crazy.
My little girls would love that. I did the whole the little this way, the little thumb action there. It's something I learned as a kid. And my little girl goes, oh, "Daddy," and they pull on it. Like, yeah. Hey, Stig, do you babysit?
I used to a little bit. Used to babysit my nephews. A couple of years ago, I was watching I think it was 7 at the time, 7 or 8. I was babysitting my nephew for a week because he was at an after school thing, and my sister couldn't pick him up because work schedule. So I had him over to my place and played Doom with him. The first one. And
Doom or Dune?
Doom.
DOOM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because if you have it on the Xbox, you can play it split screen. Co-op or versus.
I still have mine. I don't know if my Xbox is still down here.
Do you say, "Hey kid, want to go see the 9 Circles of Hell"? Is that
fun thing. While we were playing, and he found the Gatling gun, and he was cheering, and then he looked at me and he said, "Uncle, have you eaten today?" And I'm like, "No." And then he looked at me and said, "Good, because you're about to get a belly full of lead." I was like, "Shit, it's Clint Eastwood."
Dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Damn. Start him off in legendary status early. That's crazy.
Earlier we were talking about older video games on N64, which to me was my favorite console ever.
GoldenEye.
I loved it. And everyone played GoldenEye. I hated GoldenEye. I played at my house. We played Duke Nukem 0 Hour.
Oh my God, yes.
And we loved that game.
Dude, PlayStation
you could split it into 4 screens.
Yeah.
And back then you didn't have the big screen TVs you do now. Everyone had small ones, especially if you were in college. So we had a small screen. We're all just hunched over that TV, just playing and bam, 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 and getting in. Of course course you're going to cheat and look where someone else is.
Mhm.
So what we do is we put our guy against the wall and slowly inch toward that person. We knew exactly where they were, and we turn around and shoot them. It was great stuff. I mean, it was just so many great memories with Duke Nukem 0 Hour. And when my buddy modded my Super Nintendo, he's like, dude, I'm going to get you every N64 game. It's like, oh, really? Duke Nukem 0 Hour doesn't work.
Oh.
Throw the console out at that point. I mean,
Right,
no,
that's
I
the
can't-
one I want.
You know what though? Me and a few friends, whenever we get together at my place, we play old Call of Duty games because they have the split screen function.
Mm.
So World at War and stuff like that, and
Okay.
it works. You know, when we're doing little contests, and it's kind of a shame that the split screen thing has kind of gone away.
Has it for Call of Duty? Has it?
I don't know if it has for Call of Duty, but in
Okay.
general,
Yeah.
it's because consoles were made for living room gaming, right, with the family and friends and
Yeah.
all that. But now it's all about online, so
Yeah.
it's just it's not that fun to just sit at home alone, playing with someone online that cusses you out for playing poorly.
And they're 13 while they're cussing you out.
Oh yeah, I can hear the voice breaking and stuff.
Some of my favorite videos online is when those kids are cursing and the guy's like this high-tech hacker. He's like famous online. You guys might even know the name, where he's just like saying their real name and their address. He's like,
Oh,
"Yo, I'm gonna
jeez.
come get you." And
Well, I was playing online. I'd play online with people, and there's this one kid I was playing online with, and whenever he got shot, he'd scream really high pitched, and they kept going, "You scream like a little girl, dude. You're like a little girl," and the kid would go, "That's because I am a little girl." And then I said, "That's fun. This is a kid that has a good attitude, right? Whenever he screams, it's high pitched, and they say, you scream like a girl," and he's like, "I am a girl." And I was like, "That's," and then we were talking when I said, "You know what, kid? I know what I like about you." I said, "You have a good attitude." I said, "People make fun of you and when you scream and everything, and you just go ahead and just go with the joke and say, I am a little girl." And he goes, "No, I am a little girl." And I went, "Wait, seriously?" I was like, "How old are you?" She said, 13. "How old are you?" And I said, "I got to go. I'll see you later."
No, I don't like this story.
See ya.
I remember back in the day, I was trying to get into online gaming, right? So I was playing FIFA on the Xbox 360, and I was sometimes people will have their microphone on, and they don't even care, so you can hear the kids in the background and all that. But I was playing against someone who was an Arab guy, and I noticed when he scored, right, I heard a whole family clapping behind him and cheering. So it was like it seemed to be like the whole family was there, and I was like, "Crap," right? And he outplayed me big time, but I still got a draw, and I scored the equalizer, like 2 seconds before the full-time whistle.
Yeah.
And I heard an angry male voice, and then the sound of glass breaking, and then it got cut off. And I'm like, shit.
He said, "No failures living in my household."
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like. I'm like, crap, that one's grounded or worse.
Well, we may go on for a little bit longer. Kyle, any suggestions on ways to find people near you who like that type of music?
Oh, as far as metal goes and what?
Yeah.
Good luck finding them near you. The internet's been my friend for several years. I've been into it since I got tattoos and all that stuff since I was probably like 13. And you go to concerts, any major city near you, go to the shows. That's probably your best bet. Or the internet.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Places that have
That
live
sounds
bands.
sad about it.
Places that have live bands too. I mean, you can
What?
find people that
Yeah.
are just like not in a real like a physical band, but they go out and play shows and stuff. I mean, depends how serious you want to take it too, because it's hard to find people. Like if you weren't serious, I would imagine, just like any other hobby, it's like, do I want to play just jam out with people? I can do that with anyone, kind of thing.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. Finding your scene, as you would call it, whatever's happening around you, it's all underground. You can't take that kind of music to a public place either. So it's backyard shows, basement shows, fun stuff like that. Usually, you're not exactly gonna see a metal group at a fire hall. I've done it before. It doesn't go over too well.
Yeah,
like a kid's birthday party. I can't imagine that either.
I did that. That's probably my favorite memory from my whole career with the whole thing is I played a friend from high school's birthday, just to have fun, and we were like turning 17, I think, and there was this little kid who at the end of it, Chris's mom was screaming down the stairs, and it's just like, oh, okay, here it is, we're all in trouble now. Went too loud, mic peaked or something, somebody's upset. We go up there, and it's this little 9-year-old girl and like her smaller brother, and she was just all smiles, and apparently she had been there she was downstairs with her mom and stuff. They had come across the street, and they were into it, so they were down there and watching the entire time. They had us like sign like a little demo for her and all that fun stuff. We went to go play her birthday party like 4 months later. So she got stuck on it, and apparently, her mom reached out to us, and she's like, "This is gonna be really embarrassing, but would you guys mind doing it? Doing the whole day here, playing your music?" And it's like, yeah. So by the end of it, we have all these people who were very scared in the beginning. Then they have them, the old uncle up on stage trying to sing some words with us. It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Ryan's sounding robotic today because he is part android. Is the real story with that. So yeah, he's just having some mic issues tonight. Yeah, I see that I have a Phoenix gaming group that's on here right now. That's really awesome. Miss those guys. Miss playing games with them. So hello, Austin and Justin. They're on the road right now. Anyway, I should mention to those guys, if they're still listening to the stream, for vacation, Justin, maybe you can ask, because maybe Austin's driving. Did Austin get Marvel United? Did he get that from CMON? Did he back that Kickstarter? I can't remember if he did or not. And I'm bringing that one, and I'm bringing Twilight Imperium, which we're going to play the heck out of, hopefully. So it's going to be some fun in the sun come August. And who knows? Who knows? I may be visiting other YouTube celebrities while I'm there. But I don't know. I occasionally go by and visit Norm from the Board Game Museum. So we've done some videos there with him. So that's been a lot of fun when I get the time to go. But what was I had another question. I just forgot it. What's the story behind my Superman video from 14 years ago? Okay, well, that was back in the old days. I got a YouTube, and I was like, what can I put up there? And I remember the girl's name. The girl's name was Jessica. She was my roommate's girlfriend's roommate. And we were at their apartment. And she would say, well, what do you? I said, well, I just got a YouTube channel. I said, I don't know what to put on it. She went, you know what you should? Because I told her, because she heard me. I tell stories. I used to prank the campus, local campus here. At first day of the semester, I'd always prank the campus. And she went, well, why don't you play a prank on the campus and videotape it? I went, that's pretty good. And she said, what do you usually do? I said, well, I pretend to be the teacher, and I do something goofy. Like I'll write up there Pig Latin 101 and act like I'm about to teach it, but then realize I'm in the wrong numbered class. I'm in the wrong classroom. And then I say, excuse me, and I walk out and I never come back. Or I'll do stuff like that. She went, well, and she said, how about this? How about wear a Superman shirt underneath your clothes and have someone call your cell phone and then say, I'll be right there. Take off your glasses, rip open the shirt like Superman, and run out. And I was like, who are you? And that's the most watched video. I went viral, the first video I ever made. And that's gotten the most views. And it's really stupid. But I did that. And then I did a few others. Those were my first ones. Me pranking the campus. All that was in the same week. Singing in English class was probably my favorite out of those. The dancing video was good, but that's my little brother dancing. He was a freshman back then, and he was dancing, and it was unbelievable. It was all I could do to keep a straight face. And then the video is wonderful. Yeah, there you go. But then us singing in the English classroom, yeah, we love English. I wrote that. But I said, who breaks out in song? Only in Disney movies do people break out in song. So I went in there. The teacher, I cleared it with him. And so he did the setup. He said, if anyone's not in this class, if not signed up yet, you need to sign up now. Don't just take this class and sign up later because, drop ad ends this Friday. And so I got up and I started singing. And the best thing is you can only catch it for a little while. The two girls sitting in front of me are going, like, what is this guy doing? Because I just started singing and everything. And then my brother is also planted somewhere in the classroom. And then he gets up and he finishes off my sentence. And then we start doing a duet, moving toward the front of the classroom. Oh, so much fun. It was so much fun. And we did a few, there was a few others. I don't think they're in there. I don't think I've posted it, but there's one where I crawl out of the classroom, like on my stomach. But the thing is, the guy couldn't film me crawling. And so I didn't do it. But I'd be like doing this. I'd be looking, I had these goggle sunglasses. I looked really stupid as I was trying. It was like I was just really just dragging my feet as I was crawling across the floor. Really dumb, but he didn't get any of it on film. And then my favorite one, we were videotaping something in the hallway, and we ran into the president of the school. And and quick thinking, I went, I said, President Cofer, I just love being here. Thank you. I'm so happy to be a student at this fine university. He said, oh, thank you. And I said, did you get that? He went, no, I hid the camera. I was like, why'd you hide the camera? I wanted to get a video of me shaking his hand right after we did a prank. But we used to prank the campus every year, and that's kind of how it started. It just was just for pranks. And that's why you see a lot of the, taco to the face and stuff like that. No one ever watched the channel until I did that EU video when they declared the EU non-canon, and I heard all these awful false rumors that the EU was never considered canon, that it doesn't connect, it's full of contradictions. It's like, is someone going to make a video to tell these people to shut up? I said, fine, I'll do it. And so I did that one. Then, of course, said, wait, I got more stuff to say. So came back and did a part 2. And I said, okay, well, everything has a good trilogy, so I'll do one more. And I was ready to leave it alone and just go off doing goofy videos. And then that's when it caught on.
Wow.
They're like, hey, who's this guy telling us something different about the EU? And he's showing facts.
You know what
That's
I saw
crazy,
the other day?
What's that?
An April Fool's Day joke from Wikipedia from 2008, where they claimed that the EU wasn't canon and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
that's what they used as a prank, and it worked. So it wouldn't have worked if the EU was never canon, would it?
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's the thing. Lucasfilm had stated that for years, and it's been solidified in magazines and interviews. And I just kept, because I knew all this. And I remember Ryan made fun of me because he said in my videos I'd always show the magazine. Like, here it is, right here, and I'd read it or something, or I'd do the audio of the video, because I didn't want a copyright strike, so I wouldn't show the video. I just play the audio for it and say, here, see, listen to what they say. Because the infamous, they asked Timothy Zahn, what would happen if they just rebooted the entire EU? And he goes, that'd be horrible. It'd be a catastrophe. They wouldn't do. And now, he wouldn't talk like that.
Mm.
But that's kind of how things got started for me. And then I ran out of quotes. I was like, okay, what can I do next? I went, well, you know what? I've always wanted to review the EU in chronological order. I was watching Nathan P. Butler's channel. He was doing it in publication order, and I really loved it. And then when the EU was declared non-canon, he said, okay, I'm done with this. I'm giving up. I was like, well, don't give up. And I was like, fine, I'll do it. And so then I did that. So, yeah.
Isn't it weird, though, that people think the EU were never canon, yet it was decanonized?
Yes. The whole announcement. There's so much overwhelming evidence against these morons. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The arguments I heard and everything, I was like, oh my gosh. I can't remember. Someone said something really dumb the other day on the channel, and I was going to respond back. I was like, he's too stupid. I can't remember what it was.
Ignorant question. What makes something canon? What is canon?
Well, if it can shoot round iron balls out of it.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. Well, no. Historically, Lucasfilm has always determined what is canon. George Lucas never used the word at all, ever. And so Lucasfilm has always been the authority. And when Lucasfilm said, hey, the EU is no longer canon, it's now Legends, I was like, okay, it's Legends now. I fought hard for them to keep it. And then when they said that, I was like, okay, well, now it's Legends. I accepted that. I was like, okay, fine. And now it's part of its own canon, I guess. Ever since the announcement of Star Wars Ronin is going to be it's non-canon, but it's not Legends. Wait a minute. You said that everything that wasn't canon was Legends. No, this is not Legends. It's canon. So Legends is the EU. It's its own, autonomous, linear story. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. And yeah, and then of course what Matt Martin said on the story group a while back that, hey guys, anything's canon. Anything you want to be is canon. The whole Disney, follow your dreams or whatever. I was like, okay, well, I guess what he's saying there is Legends can be canon. There's so much that could go down that rabbit hole out of this whole Star Wars Ronin thing. And that's another thing. Someone commented on the Star Wars Ronin thing. He said, I can't believe these guys whined for 2 hours about an anime comic book. No, dude, you didn't even watch the stream. Scott said he ordered it and was looking forward to it. We all said that we just weren't into anime. And it wasn't that we hated that book. We just hated the fact that all the lies they fed us saying, well, we can't do a Legends book because we're trying to focus on the new stuff right now, and we can't do Legends because we don't want to confuse our audience. All that's a lie. All that's a lie. So,
did you see what they're doing now, though? I think it was announced today. The Kenobi show?
Yes.
They're putting Leia in it. She's not supposed to be anywhere near Kenobi until New Hope.
That's nice.
And
is she going to kind of like Mary Poppins to him across the desert?
Probably. And one of the actresses said she had seen all kinds of Jedi on the set. She might be wrong about what they are, but apparently there's lightsabers around.
Crazy.
Stig, you're an Obi-Wan fan. Are you going to watch the series?
Nope.
Okay.
Not going to watch it. The sequel trilogy, right? Especially episode 9. Palpatine is alive, which means Anakin wasn't the chosen one and it didn't destroy the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
So retroactively, that means Luke and Kenobi and Yoda were kind of pointless.
It rendered everything.
Yeah. I mean,
the whole beautiful story arc of Han, who goes from loner, who doesn't need friends, goes to not only friends, but friends he can depend upon, he loves, he's ready to settle down. The EU got it right. The new canon goes, no, let's just hit the reset button on Han again. Let's say that he's a deadbeat father that left his wife, left his kids. and just kind of gave up on him and went off to it. Yeah, really, that's brilliant. So everything in the first, the original trilogy, that meant nothing. That meant nothing to Han, because in the end, he's selfish. He's a selfish person. Thanks for that. Hey, you know what, Luke? Luke is the most positive person, optimistic person in the entire original trilogy. Remember, he's always optimistic. He's talking to Biggs like, "Oh, I shoot walk rants that size." You're like, "Dude, it's the Death Star. It's called Death Star." But he's like the only optimistic pilot who's like, "Hey guys, we can do this." He's the Ned Flanders of the entire trip. I mean, just always positive.
In the movies, he's a whiner.
You get to Empire. He's like, "I got to save my friends." And Obi-Wan's like, "This is a really bad idea." He went, "But I got to save my friends." And Yoda's like, "No, you need to listen to him. This is actually a really bad idea." He's like, "I got to save my friends, guys. Come on now. We got to do the right thing." And then you go to Jedi, and he's saying, "Hey, look, you know Vader, who's like killed billions of Jedi and millions of people around the world? I think there's good in him." And Leia's like, "What? What? There's not even anything good in his stool, Luke, much less his soul. What are you talking about?" But no, he's the only person who thinks that Darth Vader can be, or Anakin Skywalker can be, redeemed. No one else does. Hope against hope. A son's love for his father, and he goes for it. And that optimism is what eventually redeems Anakin from the dark side. It's a beautiful story. Luke's optimism wins out. Things do come out in the end. Gosh darn it! But no.
You know what
In the sequel trilogy, he's a quitter. Everything's awful. Everything's terrible. And I'm going to sit here and pout by myself. That's not Luke.
Yeah.
And that's why I hate New Hope. He is a whiner. He is a whiner.
Oh, what? Just because he says, "But I want to go to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters."
Where he's like, "But there's a city in the clouds where they're keeping my crew." That if you've not heard that rap song, fire.
You know what it's starting to look like though? The world today, everything's being split. Everyone's split when it comes to race, sexuality. Even the flags are wrong, right? And religion is wrong, and all that stuff, right? The one thing that people unified, that unified people, where race and whatever didn't matter. It's pop culture. It's Marvel, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, whatever it is. But now they're trying to split that too. Yeah. So it's looking like a divide and conquer thing.
Well, I like how J.J. Abrams, when they were doing Force Awakens, he goes, "The gang's all here, folks." And I was like, "I don't see Lando. I don't. Where's he?" And they're like, "We don't. Who? Who?"
Did you see what?
For these lens flares.
And they brought him in later on, but it was like, come on, get out of here. But I mean, it's just like, go ahead.
Ryan Johnson said about Lando.
What did he say?
People were asking him, why didn't you put Lando in the Last Jedi? And he said he wanted to badly, but he couldn't find room for him. I'm like, 45 minutes takes place at a casino, and you couldn't find room for a gambler?
What's crazy about the sequel? So the missus was pregnant during 2020, and so we're like rewatching like Star Wars, our Star Wars. We watch to a certain point and stop and all this, and like every movie she would just start crying, like pregnant crying, like, "Disney ruined Star Wars. Disney ruined Star Wars." And I'd be like, "It's okay, we can like ignore that just because it's
we want a refund. Your movie made my wife cry."
I know, right?
Back when they announced the sequel trilogy, right? I think it was Kathleen Kennedy or J.J. Abrams that said fans will finally get to see the original three characters together again on the Falcon. That's what they said.
Oh, really?
Never happened. Yeah, never happened.
Yeah, I mean it's always because they didn't have the script written by the time they were filming.
Disney ruined Star
You know,
Wars.
it's like where we're going. We
Star
don't need
Wars.
scripts. You know, let's just make the movie as we plot along. But
In
I don't
space,
know.
nobody can hear your script.
Again, as I've always said, if anyone liked the movies, that's your own prerogative. And to be fair, I can't really talk about them just because I've never seen them. But from what I've heard, it's like that doesn't sound like Star Wars. The expanded universe seems like it took the characters, respected them from their last arc, from when we saw them from Return of the Jedi, and continued on with that. We got to see Han grow, Han and Leia start a family. He's a family man. He's dedicated to his family. He even kind of
in Disney.
he kind of leaves his
Not very
smuggling
long.
days behind, right? All his old smugglers like, so I hear you're the family man now. He's like, yeah, I am. So what's up with you? You're the person who should be embarrassed. You're all alone. I got a family now. I mean, he's not shaded. Luke still optimistic, still training Jedi, growing stronger, not being a quitter. You know, I don't know. It just made more sense to me. Made more sense, but it is what it is. I just wish they continue that story. I don't see what the harm is about continuing a good story. It's just me, I guess.
What do you
the
think
harm is,
about like? What do you think about? I've seen some people talk about this, and I don't know enough about the EU to know just how deep it goes. But like current Star Wars, current Disney Star Wars, seems to be pulling these threads or these ideas or these arcs from the EU and kind of like changing them, manipulating them, almost doing like a half-baked version of it and putting it in. And it just comes after the fact that they kind of dismiss all of EU. What do you see that a lot, or have you heard much about that?
Yeah, I've heard about it, and there's still some things that surprise me. I can't remember who told me about something. I was like, wait, they really did that? And they borrow the weirdest things, and they're like, well, let's change it up. And the thing that irritates me is, Chase, the reason they got rid of the expanded universe, they said, we need to create new, it's going to hinder our creativity, is what they said. That was one of the reasons.
It's like 100 books.
And it didn't. Actually, all their
150.
creativity for the new canon comes from here. Everyone was talking like, Matt, back in 2000, whatever, you call in 2013, you called what Rise of Skywalker would be. You called how the ending would go. Yeah, because I've read the books. It's kind of obvious where it was going to go. I even called way before Force Awakens was even being made. I said, oh, spoiler alert, Han's going to die. Because Harrison Ford, I knew the only reason he was going to come back is if they killed him off like he wanted to and make his always in his contract was them to make another Indiana Jones,
100%.
which they're
That's all I care
finally
about.
around to. Well,
I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna love that new Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
the question
If you
It's Indiana Jones and the Broken Bones.
so Disney owns all of Star Wars, even the EU. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and here's the thing. I'm sorry if I didn't answer Chase's question. I'm fine.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people get mad. Oh, they're Frankenstein and our favorite characters. Yeah, they're changing up the characters. Yeah, they're all different. I don't like it either, but at the same time, they do own it. So, did anyone have the kid? Did anyone have the kid in your neighborhood who didn't treat his toys very well and always tore them up? And you're like, oh no, don't tear up that toy. I want that toy. There was a kid who got a brand new Millennium Falcon, showed us it and goes, watch this. Meteor shower, picked up a brick and smashed it to bits.
Oh man.
I almost died.
Little did he know that was a mortgage in the future.
Well, I mean, yeah, but back then they were $30 or whatever. And you're like, don't smash the Millennium Falcon. I was like, terrible. He's like, ha 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 ha. And he was like the Sid from Toy Story. He just tore up his toys all the time. You're like, why would you do that? And that's what they're doing. So you can get angry with them, surely, but at the same time, they do own it.
Yeah, but so they own the EU. They have the rights to do a Star Wars at any point. I don't understand. It almost seems like it would save you money just by simply reading the freaking book and doing literally
Yeah, and why not make more? Here's what I think why they won't make more. Let's say that you have a girlfriend and she's really interested in this other guy that's a friend of yours, and she's like, "Hey, I love his hair. I just like his hair. Hey, do you have any pictures of him? Can I see some more pictures of him? Hey, can he come hang out with us?" You'd be like, "What? What's going on here?" No. And then you on purpose like say, "No, he's not my friend anymore. He's not coming over. I can't afford to have any friends. That's why he's not coming over." I mean, it's outright jealousy because fans keep asking for more expanded universe. Not one, but 2 billboards, one lasting in their front lawn for 7.5 months. I love that Kathleen Kennedy in 2020, most of 2020, had to drive to work and look at our billboards. One of them lasted for it was like 6.5, 7.5 months.
But that's the thing.
Good.
She's not
you know what?
You guys new EU.
She saw it, and a bunch of employees saw it. Guess what? There ain't no billboard saying, "We want more Rise of Skywalker. We want more Filoni clone." Oh, sorry, I almost vomited there. But there's no one asking for that. But there's people renting out billboards in your front right when we found out where most employees travel, their work commute, and that's where he stuck them. And you know what?
Terrible.
They saw them. Billboards, 2 of them, 3 of them overall. And we funded the second one, 2 billboards. And less than half the time it got to fund the other one. So that means there were more fans this time donating to it than there was the last time. And everyone's like, "When are we doing the third one, Matt?" Well, we're not. We're not right now. And to be honest, though, they know. There's tons of, and they can't understand it, and they hate it, and it's just outright jealousy. Why do you want stories from this old story? Why can't you love our new stuff? Well, maybe because you call us idiots, or worse, you laugh and mock us when we don't like your new stuff. You blame it on us. You're the reason that you don't like the real reason you don't like the new canon is you don't like strong women in Star Wars. What do you think Princess Leia was the whole time? Moron. Yeah. Standing up to Darth Vader, not scared at all of Moff Tarkin, facing death, by the way. What about her taking the literal chains and choking Jabba the Hutt? She's the one that gets to kill Jabba. We don't like strong women. Get out of here. Get out of here.
It just seems like a waste of money to have to write another script when you have all of it right there. I don't know.
No, like I said, I don't blame them because they don't have any creativity. It comes from here.
On the strong women, reading the New Hope novelization, obviously that's off of the original script if I understand it correctly. And Leia spits in the face of Vader, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is wild."
Yeah, but if you don't like Rey, then you must not like strong. You must be threatened by strong women. Mm-hmm. Boy, that is the most ignorant statement in the world. But that's what they got to say because it can't be that their story is bad. I've said this before. The one person who knows how to talk to people is Ron Howard. When Solo came out and people didn't like it, his response was, "Well, I thought we made a good film. I'm sorry people didn't like it." That's all you got to say. Mm-hmm. That's all you got. You don't. But these days, you're supposed to say, "Well, the reason you don't like it is because you're a bigot and you hate X. You hate all this stuff." And that's just no. Just say what Ron Howard said. "Well, I'm sorry people didn't like it. I thought we made a great film." That's all you have to say. Kyle, did you have something?
That's what's changed, right?
I'm sorry?
That's what's changed because, coming up with it, and across the board, I mean, people might have not liked or enjoyed certain films, but without the social media platforms to escalate it, that's where this has changed this time around. The prequels didn't go over well. But it's like, sure, you're going to read about it in Times Magazine. You're going to, you know what I mean? Eventually, it's going to come down to product. You'll see stuff on TV, but it's external. Now it's, we have this reboot, and you have Chuck Wendig and those kind of folk actively attacking people online and starting a conflagration. And that's what's new to our fandom, and it's really not helping. And that it's not. It's one of those, like, I know that they're kind of course, like, pulling back on a lot of that, but it's already happened. Now we're years down the line, and it's still they drew their line, and even if they didn't try to endorse it, they didn't have a reign on their people, and you outwardly kind of attack the fan base, even if it was just a couple of the representatives during a sensitive time. It kind of just set the whole thing ablaze.
It's the
most, we never really did come back yet.
It's the most ignorantly run company in America right now, honestly, because who actively promotes and approves of you mocking your consumer? I've never seen this, and I'm not talking just Legends people. I mean, shoot, Pablo making fun of that guy crying during The Mandalorian. Matt Martin consistently trolling fans and calling them, telling just telling them all their concerns, all their questions. They're not important. Like the whole continuity speech. You guys need to chill out about continuity. No, they care about your franchise. They care about your story. Why don't you? And all you got to say to them instead is, you guys need to chill out, and y'all, put some funny memes, mocking them. Why is mocking? Why is the director got to mock everyone who doesn't like his movie? It made tons of money. What would you care? No, I got to rub it in their face, or I got to call them this. I got to call them that.
Shyamalan does it every time he drops a new movie. He's like laughing to the bank.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to. It's Dave Wolverton, who wrote Dave Wolverton, who wrote Corsair Princess Leia, told me something one time. He told me a story where he got an email. This is back in the 90s. He got an email from someone who just hated his book, not Corsair Princess Leia, but another book he'd written. And he said, "This is stupid. This is dumb. I hated this. This was stupid. This was pathetic. This was." And so he said he got really mad. He said, "I'm going to tell this little kid off." So he just starts typing about how he's wrong about this and that. And then after a while, he kind of sat there and went, "What am I doing? I'm a best-selling author. Who cares if this kid doesn't like my book?" And he said he just deleted the email and he just let it go. He said, "You're not going to make everyone happy." He said, "But you can't get tied up in what one person or maybe a handful of people. There's always going to be people who are not going to like something about you." I mean, shoot. It's just the way the world works. What are you eating?
Ben and Jerry's milk and cookies, the best flavor.
Okay. Have your milk and cookie. It must be bedtime. He's eating his milk and cookies now. All right.
Something that's interesting. Is it Stig or Stieg?
Stieg, yeah.
Stieg. So Stieg, you were talking about like culture and this separation and this divide. And so we've had a YouTube channel for 2 months, and literally I'm just like, I didn't really know what we were going to do. So there's this thing that Disney released called Biomes. And it was on May 4th, their Star Wars Day, right? And it's basically this it's like a drone shot over these different landscapes. And like we watch it and we're like, this is so boring. And I was like, I'll just we need something. So I'll make a video and just talk about this. And I think I called it like the B-rated Planet Earth no one asked for. That's what came to mind. And I wasn't trying to be like hypercritical. I was just like, here's what I don't like. Here's how I think it could be better. And it's like, that was pretty much it. And you would think this random thing, Biomes, I'm just literally trying to populate the channel. So many people were deeply offended by this that I didn't like it. Like, I remember people were like, no, this is good. You are wrong. And people are like, you are what's wrong with this generation. They're like, you must have the attention span of gnats. Like, for it's not even like I'm attacking sequels or all of this. This line has been drawn where it's like, if you don't like what Disney's putting out, you are this.
You're not a fan.
Yeah,
is what it is. You're not a fan.
They're a cult.
If you do not drink the Kool-Aid, then you are not one of us. And the thing is, we've all got to remember, this is opinion. I know it's opinion.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying, if you like the new Star Wars, good on you. I have no problem with that. Matt, I think it's the best thing in the world. Well, I don't, but agree to disagree, because it's just opinions. It's just opinions. Not everyone has to think like me. Okay. Bernardo likes crappy vintage games called Hey Taxi. Okay, but it's okay. We can
Matt
agree
likes
to
Queen
disagree.
Games, and this sucks. So, I mean, we got this. But you also got to remember this: Disney owns ESPN. If they want those guys to walk out with Mickey hats all day, they can do it.
Oh, that's right. They can control the world.
They control
but the thing is, we can have different likes and dislikes. I mean, Steve and I disagree on certain EU books, but that's fine. You know, we all know, and he knows in his heart that he's wrong, but and that's all that really matters.
Well, it's still better than Disney stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, though, it's okay. It's okay because we're just talking opinions. We're talking opinions here. Ryan's favorite color is red. Mine's blue. Should we argue about that? Should he be wrong?
Opinions
You must not like. You don't like. I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's all it is. So when you don't like something, Biomes, that's fine. You say, oh, really? Well, I thought it was it. Someone could comment like that. Well, I disagree. I really like this. Okay, that's fine. I guarantee you're not getting on their channels going, what are you talking about? Biomes sucked. It's the worst thing in the world. I'm pretty sure you're not doing that because you have better things to do with your time.
Yeah.
You know what's weird, though?
Yeah.
That if you don't like, let's say Captain Marvel or Black Panther, whatever it is, you immediately get called a racist or a Nazi. So there's nothing in between that and simply not liking a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes to the extreme every damn time.
I like the costume design, but I don't really care for the movie. Just Pocahontas. It's the same story over and over again.
This whole thing has been like the drive for me personally to get into the EU for myself, because I just kind of, it's just starting to get so ridiculous where I'm like, there's so much good Star Wars content out there, and I don't need to like adhere to the newest stuff. And so I'm like, I've been hearing like even Matt, I don't even remember how I found your channel, but watching your stuff, and I'm like, these books sound really cool, and like a lot of stuff I hadn't heard about, and I'm like, I would rather like just let the new stuff do what the new stuff does, let the company do what the company will do, and I'm like, I'm just gonna try and keep the love for Star Wars going, because I find myself getting so bitter so quick, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go back and just start like trying to fall in love with Star Wars all over, and I think that the EU is like an awesome place to do that.
And obviously we should, George was the creator. His opinions do matter, of course. And remember, whenever he was asked about the EU, he's like, well, there's 3 levels. There's 3, worlds. There's 3, he never use the word canon, but he just said there's my story. There's the Lucasfilm's story, and there's the fan fiction. But if he didn't care about the EU, then why is there overwhelming evidence that he worked with Lucasfilm to approve or decline certain stories? I mean, there's tons of articles. I just came across another one early this year from the I can't remember what magazines they were. If Chris is still here, he can tell you. But he let me borrow them, and I read them. And West End Games is talking about how cool it was to get a yes/no questionnaire sent by George Lucas. He filled it out, and then sometimes he'd write little notes about what he really thought about this idea or what they should do instead. And they say it was so cool to have that, connection to Lucas. They sent to Lucasfilm and say, okay, hey, George saw it. He said yes to this, no to this, and here's the notes he gave you for this. Like, George Lucas looked at our proposal. Yes, because he did all that back in the day. Now, when he started working on the prequels, he didn't have as much time to dedicate to the EU, but he still read the comic books from Dark Horse. He loved one of the comic book issues so well, he told Filoni, let's make this an episode. Okay? So, yeah, his opinion counts. And you look at the Stephen Colbert interview that happened January 2013 or whatever. He says, well, my story was more focused on the kids. He said, like in the novels. Oh, how does George know what the novels were? He wasn't stupid, folks.
He
didn't
genius.
ignore his own company was doing. Who does that? No one, no CEO worth a hill of beans would do that. But yeah, that's the thing that just irritates me. So many people are just ignorant about that. Well, and to be honest, their logic makes no sense either. They say only George Lucas's opinion counted back in the old days, but now it's Lucasfilm's opinion counts. No, it's whichever one you want to choose to believe in. I've been Lucasfilm the whole way. You want to pick Lucasfilm now because they don't acknowledge it as canon anymore. And George doesn't acknowledge your sequels as canon. That's not his. He said that repeatedly. That's not his story. So there you go. You want to say what only George thinks is canon? Oh, can't use that now because that doesn't fit your narrative. I'm just.
He also said that Disney Star Wars was not his vision at all.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, it means it's not Star Wars. Because Star Wars is his vision, right?
Yeah. No, it's his vision. And that's true. Quinlan Voss, he read the comic book. He liked Aya Secura. He put her in the movie. There's a lot of things. He liked the name. Oh, man. It's lights out for Kyle. I knew this would happen, because the dorm hits midnight and the lights go out. And hopefully we'll get him back.
Come back.
Oh, there he is. Okay, just went black there. Extreme close up.
It sounds like a distress signal from a sci-fi movie.
There we go.
I will say George sold it the
I
right
hear the laugh.
though.
I hear the laugh.
Yeah. But no, I can't remember what I was saying now. I got distracted. I distracted myself. But let's
you were
see.
talking about Lucas and the fact that he's separated publicly the fact or the idea that that is not his envision of the franchise as far as the ST goes.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see that video that he did with his I can't remember who else was in the video, but a child from his school was interviewing him via webcam.
Yeah.
You all saw that?
Yeah.
It's hard to get footage of just the webcam. Everybody's trying to cut it up and make their own YouTube videos and have a lot of opinions in it. But all the same, I think that it was really an honest way of just simply putting it out there. He wasn't aggressive or anything, but he just made it clear that, well, we were doing this with that franchise, and they are doing this. It's very
Disney had it taken down too.
I got that impression because you can't find it unless you're in a video like this when people are showing small snippets, and then they seem to disappear. And
they took it down a week later.
Yeah,
interesting.
Sure, George Lucas had retired.
I wasn't sure on that verdict, but thanks for clearing that up. I thought that it was just kind of odd that it disappeared. Well,
here's what I always imagined. Before Disney, he sold it to Disney. I always thought that George, he got his feelings hurt. People didn't like the prequels as much as he thought they would. It's the Emperor's New Clothes. He surrounded himself by a bunch of yes men, but unfortunately, the internet's everywhere. And so they couldn't hide the internet from George. And so he read about all the people who hated his movies, and he got his feelings hurt, and he got down on himself. And, because all his yes men goes, no, George, you don't look naked. You look beautiful in your new clothes. And so eventually he just sold it. But he never, if he would have kept it, I truly believe he never would have made any more movies because the fans were not nice to his prequel trilogy. He would have tried to do some other projects and failed. Lucasfilm would have continued it. Definitely, there would have been some shows, I believe. There would have been some, I guess that Star Wars Underworld was really going to happen. I couldn't even believe they had a half-made, what was it, pilot or demo? I didn't even know that existed. So that was a shock to me. But, yeah, maybe they would have gone with that and probably would have made a few other things. Say what?
It's too much pressure. He sold at the right time because no matter what he would have done, people would have criticized it. And a lot of people would have.
Well, yeah, but I think I always thought that he just pulled on to it. He would have written sequels and kept them. And when he would have died, he went, here, kids, make billions of dollars off this. And so they would have eventually made the movies, probably changed a few things too. It would have been in the hands of his kids to move on with. I don't know what it would have looked like, but I was like, at least I'll be, pretty old when George dies, and I'll have a lot of more EU. I think the EU would have continued to make connections to the legacy comic book. You'd have seen that narration close down. You'd have seen much more exploration into the old Republic. I truly believe that because of just the wild popularity of the video games. You would have seen great new stories and characters and all sorts of wonderful things I think Del Rey had in mind that they could have made.
The Darth Zana books were going to happen.
This feels
Darth
like
Zana books, the Sword of the Jedi. But there's even more that who knows what else could have been out there. There's tons of other stuff too that obviously could have gone out there. Filoni would be on Clone Wars season 27 right now. Well, hold on, that's not a good thing. But you know what I mean.
These are your guys' fantasies. This is George Lucas's kids. I love you, Dad. You're rich.
And unfortunately,
they don't need Star Wars. They're set for life. They have Disney stock and 4 billion. That's insanity. He's literally lied to the bank. Like, imagine being in that conversation. It's like, I don't know if I should sell, and they just hit you with that big bomb. My family's set for life. Here, yeah, and I get to work part of Disney and have a say in other things, not everything. That's genius.
Hold on, the Matt Wilkins hater channel's on here. Yeah, we would have gotten more Dawn of the Jedi. How horrible would that have been? Folks, you want to see Noah's stream, I make a guest star appearance on there. And I schooled Josh in why Dawn of the Jedi is really not good. I know, thanks. I had a lot of fun for being on your stream. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't have wanted that kind of stuff?
Yeah, imagine being rich and then not being the one to blame for having shitty movies. That's amazing. That's actually that's lit. Like, couldn't ask for better.
Yeah, and I mean, just the whole thing. I could go on and on, but it's repeating myself and what I've said in past videos. But the fact remains, it's just so. And the whole thing about Star Wars Ronin, I'm not against that book. I'm not against that series. I'm just mad because all the reasons they gave us for why they can't do New Legends, it was a lie. The real reason is they don't want to do it. Why? I just don't want to. Because people are buying billboards and putting it in front of their office, demanding more, and they are stubbornly sitting there like a little spoiled brat. No, I don't want to eat my.
Well, the Heart of the Jedi book kind of proves it, though. I mean, it was outselling most of the stuff in just a week.
Yeah.
So it's humiliating if the old stuff outsells the new crap.
It makes them look selfish. It makes them look petty. It does, and it makes them look childish. And the thing is, yes, it is all those successes. And I bet you anything, and I said this before, they were hoping that Force Awakens was going to get rid of the fandom completely. EU fans would be nothing. They'd stop complaining. They look at their screen and they do this. They go, oh, it's beautiful. That's what they wanted. They wanted the little brain. They wanted the little brain things to control you on that. And so you would just stop complaining about, the EU, and you'd give them a warm, fuzzy hug. You're right, I do like this. But no, what happened? EU fandom grew. And more, the voices started getting louder and louder. And they got irritated. They're mad at it. They're jealous of this person now. So now they don't want to do anything with it. They can, but they don't want to because they don't like those fans. They don't like the fans who don't like their stuff. They don't like the fans who have a different opinion. We all have to be of one mind. It's a hive mind we have to be of. I mean, think Dark Nest trilogy, Noah's favorite series. It's one of those things that, they want everyone to think the same, have the same opinion. And I'm sorry, we don't. We don't. And you should never surround yourself with people who think the same. Look what happened to George.
I want to interview him.
George Lucas?
Yeah, I want to talk about nostalgia. I want to talk about creative process because one of the things they never ask about, people always ask stupid questions. I watch interviews with them. I just want to smack the interviewer because they don't ever ask any relevant questions. They focus so much on what could be and like what he's done. They don't focus on like, what was it like? Or you can go. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what was it like to have like that moment where you know this movie is gonna be huge and you have to keep everything under wraps? What was it like to like be so critical about the costume design, stuff like that? What was like that, like timelines? What were the stresses that you felt on set of building all of this? Because again, he didn't go to a lot of toy companies at the time because he didn't want a lot of that to be revealed at the time. There's like a whole story on like the whole toy line thing, but stuff like that, I find that to be more exciting because I mean, you think of it, you're this guy who has what could be the greatest thing ever and could easily flop, but he has so much of a budget and miraculously, I still don't understand that part of it all. Well, but he got to put his baby together and he's like working diligently. I want to know what that felt like. What was that person? Because all people ask in these interviews is, so what was your reasoning behind this? Or let's look at something you talked about in your old movie or this book. Or I'm just like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear who you are. You know what I mean? Like, he is a smart, intelligent individual who pieced all this stuff together. And I feel like we don't actually have any information as to like what it was like to be that guy for the movie. You know what I mean?
I'd ask him important questions too. I'd ask him how many gallons of ice cream he has a day. I'd ask him why flannel, and I'd ask him how to get that wonderful turkey gobbler. I mean, I would. I asked him this question. Hey, Sword of the Jedi is never going to be made because according to Chrissy Golden, she never wrote it. She never wrote it.
See, sure, it had a won't interview.
Sure, it had a cover and a release date, but she hadn't written it. She didn't even have. She had barely an outline. Is what
I
she
know
said.
Why George don't want to interview with y'all. Y'all just gonna throw some flames on him.
Yeah, but anyway, so there you go. There you go.
Past your bedtime, Matt?
It's past your bedtime, Mr. Ben and Jerry. All right. So, well,
I just woke up.
All right. On that note, I think I'm going to end it. Thanks everyone for joining. This was fun. This is fun. I think it was fun at least.
Yeah,
and
it was.
And we found out you like Arby's. What a rip!
Yeah, you found that out. One thing you found out. Check out. I think tomorrow we are talking. Yes, tomorrow we're talking time stories again on Saturday morning Samoflange. We're going to keep talking about that, but the next week is my little nephew. He came on to give me his top 20 board games. So we're still talking board games on Saturday morning Samoflange. Oh gosh, perfect timing there, John. We are going to Bonnie Doon. I'm going to be singing that when I go to bed tonight. You definitely want to check out Tabletop Island because every 4 months they come out with a video. Or is it 3 months now? I think he's stepping up his game. Now, he's buying at least 17 board games a day, but he's only reviewing one every 3 months. So, well, good luck on that.
A whole lot's coming, my guys.
I'm sure. I think there'll be more Ben and Jerry's consumed than more video footage for you. But check out 2 Star Wars nerds as well. They're a lot of fun to talk. Obviously, a lot of you already know them. So, Chase, thanks for coming on, man. It's your first time ever.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was a blast. I'll be honest. I told the missus even. I'm like, man, I'm intimidated. But
this guy?
Yeah. I've been watching your stuff lurking for a while, and then when we like kind of connected, I was just like, wait, what do you mean? Be on your stream? But no, this is cool. Just getting to talk and
like
yeah.
And
I think you meant to say irritating, not intimidating.
Chase, we need to get you and the missus on together.
Yeah, for sure.
So she can tell us the real story about how you met, her side.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so
Yeah.
pathetic. I felt so sorry for him. He was like a puppy dog out in the rain.
I just had to help him.
I just had to help him. Stig, you can definitely check out and subscribe to Stig. He does great little commercials.
Don't have to do that though, because
Yes,
I'm
yes,
not
you
a
do.
YouTuber. I'm
You
not
must
looking for
do it because I need more top fives.
Yeah.
But no, if you want to check out Stig, he is on Alora's channel, OG Star Wars. They go page by page. They go through the comic books, Dark Horse comic books. It's great stuff. Always fun stuff. I can watch it live. Go ahead.
Alora's doing a stream tonight, my time. She's interviewing Toriel about the EU. So
right on.
She's having like an EU. She's talking to EU fans one-on-one, basically, about where they started and what they like about EU, and it's gonna be that today.
Wonderful. I saw she had Drunk 3PO on last week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hilarious name.
I'm telling you, he's a hilarious guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hilarious guy. One of the few I don't think I've had him on a stream before. I don't know Jay though. I mean, I know of him.
Oh, he's absolutely a nice guy.
Yeah,
I've known him since he had like 300 subs.
Oh, good.
And he has not changed.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. He seems like an all-around down-to-earth guy. And folks, you definitely want to check out Kyle Rollins. He just found out he has a YouTube channel. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But if you don't know him now, I'm not going to give any spoilers. You will. You will know him soon. You will know. What, by the end of the year, would you say?
Hoping to at least have the first part of it up by the end of the year.
Okay. Yeah, so no spoilers, but by the end of this year, you will know Mr. Rawlings. I guarantee you that. All right, so I'm going to leave you on that mystery things. Hey, guys, thanks for joining me. This was a lot of fun. Again, thank you all the guests for coming in. Bernardo, thanks for eating Ben & Jerry's and not offering to share with anyone. I appreciate that.
This video is sponsored by Ben & Jerry's.
I think it was sponsored by my Pepsi Mango Zero Sugar.
DNL.
DNL. Josta. Hey, folks.